Hey there, my name's Jack and I play Kaz Umbra in this wonderful Dragonborn Industries Starfinder campaign.
So I was looking at inappropriate questions to ask your friends.
Yay!
Before we went live. And I was like, are some of these inappropriate? I think these are just some questions that I would ask. When's the baby due?
How is that inappropriate?
I thought that too.
I guess it's like,
well, if you
if
don't
you're
know
not
they're
pregnant, you're just fat.
And there were other ones as well, things like, how much do you weigh, or things like your age and stuff. But I really liked, have you ever faked an orgasm? Just seems like that. Do you dye your hair? I don't think that's that rude. I was like, that's not that bad. Yeah, that's all right. Well. So, hi everybody, welcome back to Dragonborn Industries, which we've now called this campaign Orion's Hope after the ship, and we are here with episode 70 of this campaign one, which is wild that we're this far into it. But how are you guys doing? I'm joined by a full table.
Way!
Hi, how are you guys?
Yeah.
Good.
Spiffing.
Now you say something.
When's the baby due?
Do you dye your hair?
So, like,
Maybe these are things.
if you said September, is it like, oh, you had sex in January?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, children are basically sex trophies. So.
Wow.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No, if you clip that to just that sentence, that's really bad out of context, isn't it?
Instead of asking how many sex trophies do you have?
What's Orion?
Who's the dud?
Which one's your least favourite child? Oh, wow. What's the largest age gap between you and your sexual partners? Plural. Then stuff like that. And I was like, some of these I don't think are that bad, but other ones I'm like, okay, yeah, fair enough. So I thought that was interesting, because I was like, I didn't know what to open up with. I was like, what's some inappropriate questions? And I read some of them and I was like, oh, I've asked that.
That's worse than that.
I've said much worse than that. So, I thought some of it was all right, but there you go. You ever been asked like something really inappropriate that made you stop and go, the fuck? Did you mean to say that?
Nothing comes to mind.
I can't think of anything.
And if anything, it probably come from you.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
So, I was trying to think if like anybody's ever said anything to me that I've gone, what? But I think I've been quite fortunate in my life to like not really have to deal with that like out of nowhere. Like usually I know the person or it's me. So yeah, I didn't know if you guys had happened across that.
I did have someone say, how big are your balls?
Was it me?
No. Are you sure it
Have
wasn't
you
Ian?
ever weighed them
Yeah.
to see how much it would cost?
Exactly. Or you've all done it as women, right? You've contributed
Yeah, we want to scale, yeah.
How much does it cost to set? Yeah.
What was the poke? Because then you've got like measure as well to see like
Yeah,
if it would be small
Like, do you
parcel,
have to put
medium
it in a big parcel,
Exactly.
padded for,
Yeah.
you know?
So, what was it?
Well, what are we working with here? Kilos, pounds?
Kilos. Would have to be signed for through the post office. Could you put them in an impost locker?
Was that somebody trying to flirt with you?
I don't know. It was at school. It was weird.
Another student, at least?
Yes.
That is the thing, because like, whilst you're on my teaching days, kids ask you intrusive questions
True.
all the time. So you just get desensitised to it and you go, I'm not answering that. Yeah, I'm not answering that. Must find you on Facebook the other day. Didn't say anything though, did you? Because it's locked down. Oh yeah, you gonna have me? No.
You sound boring.
Protecting myself because
I couldn't work with kids in that sense. It would just be like, I was a dick as a teenager anyway, so...
See, teenagers are funny though. They are really funny. Like, because they just want to get to know you as a person, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just the stuff they come out with randomly out of nowhere that just kept me going. Like in the middle of a mock exam once, one kid just went, and like gasped, like, oh my god, are you okay? Elbows are just knees for your arms. Like, don't know what that's got to do with sex. All right.
How's that helping you in your English exam, mate?
Yeah. Should I just put an F on it now, or do you want to wait for it to be sent away?
Talking in the exam, is it? Out you go.
Thank God it's a mock.
Oh.
I remember in my university exam, watched a girl get up and physically attack one of the teachers.
What?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
She
In
was.
university.
Yeah.
She was that stressed?
I think so. She's one of the international students, and she just absolutely lost it. Started just shouting in Mandarin. The guys came over to like stop her and be like, "You're being a disruption," and she like physically got on top of this guy and just started like wailing on him. It was wild. And then it was like, "Okay, everyone, your exams are over. Paper's destroyed. You're going to come back and sit this again."
Fuck.
Jeez.
And her statue is now in bronze.
In motion.
Left hook Lizzie.
Just kissing her arm like
It's,
Of the people, for the people.
well, we could sit around and chat all night, or we could dive in to some corporate shilling. I'm going to throw her to Steph.
So, you got boring stuff from me today because how could we possibly top last week's
That's very true.
Pikachu?
Prime acting, that was.
It was prime acting, Jack. You did me proud. But obviously, as well, because DCI Gene Poach's story has kind of come to a conclusion. So I'm in a transitional phase of bringing in some new things for Warrior Prince 3D, who are our amazing, glorious, beautiful, sexy sponsor. Warrior Prince 3D is your one-stop shop for all manner of 3D printed terrain, miniatures, cosplay items, figurines, whatever your heart desires. Richard is an absolutely amazing and talented human being. Prints most of our minis and terrain for the show here and on Bloodpunk. You can find him at www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com, where you can use our permanent and exclusive code to the stars to get how much off your order?
15%.
Excellent. And if you whack in how much into your basket?
£20.
You can get yourself a 3D printed Starfinder badge for free.
One of those.
There it is, one of those.
That's it, right there.
It won't be painted. I did these ones.
You've got to paint them yourselves. But then you can come along to paint up the monster manual and get some tips and tricks on a Thursday. But yeah, Warrior Prince 3D. I've got too many things plugging at the moment. But yeah, Warrior Prince 3D, that's your place to go. To the stars, 15% off. Badge. We love you, Richard. You are an absolute legend. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Steph, and thank you very much, Richard. While you're also looking at spending some money, go check out Roll and Play Press. We do have and use a lot of their toolkits behind the screens here. They're fantastic at things like names, locations, terrain, just filling out the worlds, but saving space and time behind a GM screen. We've got an affiliate code with those, which is which is Dragonborn 10, which you can use on the Roll and Play Press website to get 10% off your orders. I also want to do a shout out to Games Art by Philip this week, who over 2 years ago now gave me the files to the big ship that we're using tonight,
Cool.
that I thought would have hit the table nearly a year ago, and the dice never went that way. And when I rolled the encounter the other week, I was like, hey!
Big sheep.
So, big shout out. Go check out Games Art by Philip. This ship that we're using that you'll see in tonight's episode, and there are pictures of on social media, is the Universal Carrier Vessel, the Brick. And I was very fortunate to be in the test prints of this and do a few videos like way back, like with painting it and stuff like that. So very, very happy to be using that, and just a shout out to them. Otherwise, I'm going to throw it over to James, who's going to talk about Twitch Prime.
Yep, so with your Amazon Prime subscription, you get a free monthly Twitch Prime subscription. So it costs you nothing extra, just once a month to subscribe to us. It's a great way to show us that you're out there and that you love us, and a great way to help the channel grow. But while you're at it as well, you can subscribe to us on YouTube. I think we are, just as I looked, 20 subscribers away from hitting 1,000.
It's been a good week. It's been a very good week on YouTube.
And at that 1,000 mark, Ian is doing a giveaway of the Diggy Diggy dice, one of a kind, never to be made again or sold again. And it just helps us grow as a channel and do things like this.
Yeah, so thank you very much, James. Yes, please do hit that. You have to go to the website for Twitch Prime. You can't do it off the app, unfortunately. And again, go check out YouTube. But also check out our YouTube members, where things like our Drift Debrief that we do after the show, which is available for live Twitch audiences, but also as a secondary video on YouTube for those that come in after the fact, where we just do a cool down on the episode and chat all about it. Otherwise, are there any more tickets left for Gals and Pals?
Yes, there are. This weekend, Saturday the 24th of May, we have the Gals and Pals Slumber Party. There are a couple of spaces left for Amy's On Your Marks, Get Set, game, which is a wacky races-inspired 5e game. It's going to be super, super fun. But there are plenty of tickets available for the party in the evening. I've been informed today that we have not one, but 2 chocolate fountains. So... Yeah, we've got cocktails and mocktails, karaoke, we've got Twister, a scavenger hunt, and some amazing prizes to be won in our raffle. Tickets, part of the ticket price and the money raised from the raffle will be going to West Cornwall Women's Aid, who are an amazing charity supporting survivors of domestic violence and sexual abuse here in Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly. And yeah, it would be great. If you haven't been to a Gals and Pals event before and you're not sure if it's for you, this is a great opportunity to come meet people in the community and see if you like the vibe, and yeah, just have a really good evening.
And with that,
One last thing.
oh no. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was letting you down.
Jack got
Sorry.
Jack, are you pregnant?
When's it due, mate? I'm going to write down merch. Jack, if you'd like to talk about merch.
So, if you want something a little physical to hold in your
like
hands,
a pair of balls.
you might not be able to get that, but you can get.
I will sell Jack's balls.
2,000 subscribers.
But you don't consent. I plan to keep my balls where they are. There's some Dragonborn Industries mugs like these, and there's some T-shirts like the Live Laugh Joan, the Bloodpunk Olive. Other things. Is there hoodies on there?
Not at the moment. Unfortunately, the hoodie quality went down. Like, this is the tester one for the new ones, and it was shit.
Yes.
So I took them off the website because I'm not going to sell you crap.
That's fair enough. So if you want something a little actual physical for your money, then that's a good place to go to also show your support for us in the meantime. But I thought I'd just mention that and slip it in.
I greatly appreciate it. Do you know what? No.
No, that was like, you had me for a second. I was like, oh, really? No.
Slipping it in like balls in an impost locker.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Without any further ado, let's jump into this episode of Dragonborn Industries. Last time, Orion's Hope made their way for Verces in order to track down the Architect, a strict scientist and head of the nanosite program and lead to Nimbus Dine, CEO of Dynatech Industries. However, I say to thee, on their travels...
Yes.
Don't go off script. Don't participate.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
We say to thee.
I don't know why I did that. On their travels past the planet Acton, receive a distress call from a medical frigate called the Succarisa that was under attack by pirate raiders. Our intrepid crew jump into action answering the call and fight off some interceptor ships and the remaining ramming vessel with ease when it tries to make a break for it halfway through its raid on this frigate. But now, with all systems down and life support failing, our crew make for the main cargo hold to begin the search for any survivors. And that is where we're jumping into today's session as the crew, and I imagine, now that they're here, Bruce and Sylph too, make their way into the cargo hold of the Succarisa, mag boots engaging to give them a decent footing as you begin to look around at the floating cargo crates and the devastation of this raid and this large enviro wheel you see standing in front of you, locked into a clamp in the middle of this cargo hold. I hand over to you, the players, and I imagine that Sylph and Bruce are going, yeah?
Yeah.
Unless you want to
One
stay
of
around.
ours want to chill.
You can do it if you want.
No, I do.
Sounds like I'm actually going to leave.
Dave's
Oh,
like,
it's time for my manicure. Sorry, guys. Have fun.
I've got an appointment.
Dave's like, you can stay with me, baby.
Dave's new voice.
Oh my god, no! Me and Dave will just.
It is now.
Like, Dave will come back. You'll come back, and Dave will have like long nails, and we'll both be there,
You're
just
gonna
like headbands, like little things.
I like
Just
doing like coffin tips.
you like actually, yeah.
Davina.
Because he's really short now as well,
Yeah.
so he's like, those old school robots you'd have to like press the directions on it.
Oh my god, yeah.
He's kind of like that now. But I hand over to you, the players, as you stand in this cargo hold, these floating crates and scenery of destruction all around you. Like the whole entire side that you've come through has been like, the doors have been blown apart. So there are like no atmospherics on this ship whatsoever.
Can I make a check for bodies, life signs?
That sounds like a perception check to me, my friend. I'm going to presume that Wiley's staying up in a turret.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 18.
18. Okay. So, you can see in this large cargo hold, you see this monowheel Endocycle, sorry, and you see like all these other cargo crates floating around, but you do see a body across here just floating, and it looks... Give me a medicine check.
Dirty 20.
You see a human male, very pale skin, very short but long enough that in like the 0G it's just starting to float slightly as they're sort of like arched back, like one arm is almost severed. There are like bullet holes all up the side of them. They're not wearing armor, they are just in like this, it's kind of like a flight suit all in one, but it's got a clear holographic patch on the left shoulder as you see them like inverted, kind of like turning in the air. You see this cross and then a set of what look like little comets from where you are going around this cross. You can give me a culture check if you so wish.
That was good. 6.
No, it's probably some kind of medical sign, but you're not sure what it all means. But yeah, you see, definitely see a body there.
Anything or like pass lanyard wise, anything like that, or just data sleeve or.
No, you probably see there is a name tag on their flight suit, but you can't read it from where you are. Literally, they are for you, floating just here. There is a mini floating just there. Yeah.
I'll just relay all the info.
I will do. So I'll take that off so that people can see.
Are we in 0G?
So you guys, when you came across, you know that it's 0G in here, but you put your mag boots on when you landed, right at the back end of it, and you kind of like, the last thing we saw is you guys like clamping down, as everyone's armour does have mag boots as standard. So you can walk about as normal, but bear in mind everything else is currently floating.
I would like to use a deer, which is basically a cantrip.
Yep.
And just start sticking stuff down to the walls.
Sure.
Because if we start going into grav, that's a lot of floating stuff going places, and I don't want floating objects.
Yeah, I will let you know that you are in the middle of space. You are past the planet Akaton and not close enough to fall into orbit, but you can absolutely start doing that, not a problem.
Just in case.
Yeah, there are cargo crates and stuff, and you can give me a perception check.
I can't remember. Did the last time I use my little electrolocation graft?
Not yet,
things.
But you can do.
I will do that. But
13.
Okay, yeah, you can see that these are medical crates. They are designed to hold medical items and equipment, and you can see that one of them that you get is, probably says surgical equipment, but then it hasn't been opened, and you stick that one to the wall, and you get the second one, and it will have serums, and then it's cracked open, and you can see that the contents have been taken. And yeah, you can stop sticking that one to the wall. Kaz, oh yeah.
Sorry, just if there are unopened medical crates, probably open them and take medical stuff from them.
Okay, yeah. First one you open, you literally get like things like scalpels and stuff like that.
Take at least a scalpel.
Well, you say that.
They are useful! Scalpels are useful!
You can find 2 medkit basics in that one.
I would like to use my electrolocation grafts on my hands, newly applied, to just basically put my palm straight on the metallic floor of the ship, And when I'm in contact with a crystalline or metallic surface, I can detect the presence of other creatures within 60 feet of me that are also in contact with the same surface, even through walls and other obstacles.
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
Very, very handy on a ship, isn't it? And this is a frigate. This is a cargo frigate. Very clean cargo hold.
Okay.
You would expect with a ship of this class to be grubby and stuff like that, especially with like an envirocycle in there. That seems out of place compared to the rest of the cargo crates that are starting to float around, that Sylph is starting to move to one side and start going through.
I mean, you said it was a medical frigate, right?
Yes,
So they would have to keep it somewhat clean.
exactly that. So, you are currently...
Right to the end of that shit. Not quite to the end of the bridge, but that's
Far
fine.
away.
Yeah, pretty much 80%.
You pick up 5 life signs.
And I mean, it doesn't tell me whether they're actually alive or not. It just says creatures.
Oh, hang on. No, because at this point, creatures then class as creatures class as an item once they're dead.
Right, okay.
So you're getting no electro sense from this guy, but they're also not touching anything metal.
Okay.
Still get 5.
Okay, I get 5 pings.
5 pings. It doesn't give you a direction, does it?
It otherwise functions as blind sense, so yes. I do.
All 5 are up there. 2 of which are on this side, on the port side. 3 of which are sort of... One's like right on the cusp, and the other ones are on either side.
Okay. I think you probably just see Kaz go sort of absent for a moment as he's sort of just like taking in the surroundings, maybe like cocking his head a little bit.
What is it, boy?
My spidey senses are tingling.
Did Calyx fall down a well?
He's scratching at the door.
Do you flow?
I think some of the crew are still alive.
No, should we
Towards the front.
try and let them know we're here and we mean no harm?
Probably wise.
After their initial com, would we have like a kind of direct line to them? We'll be able to like open a channel with them?
You can try.
I'll try, yeah.
So you try to open
Yeah.
a comm. Do you just send a ping, or you send a message?
I'll send a message like, hello, this is TJ Squeakerson, captain of the Orion's Hope. We've neutralised the enemy threat and are here to help. Don't worry, we've got your back, chums.
The message doesn't go through. Give me an engineering or a computers check.
Okay.
And then I'll grab you now, Pez.
While that's going, is there anything? You said that door was breached, like blown open, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm going to go to the person that's floating and try and jump high enough that I can pull him down to try and get the comms pad.
Very easy to do so. Like you grab them because they're floating, and they're inverted upside down. You grab them. I'm going to deal with this first, and then I'll come back to that one.
23 on computers.
Yeah, so this ship has taken, it basically is dead to the point where, it needs heavily repairing, so all functions are just down, and you think that that's why the comms are dead. And you think back to, the comm that you received, that distressing, it got cut out partway through. In fact, actually, you all rolled perception checks when you came in, didn't you? You would know that, there's a door here in the centre. It is starting to glow red. And you also, if you remember, you detected there was a fire
Oh shit, yeah.
in the engine room.
Fire, we should move quickly.
Yes.
You know that one of the canisters that was rammed into was basically forced inside the ship, and the oxygen canister inside is exploded.
Shit.
Yeah, so we should evacuate fairly soon.
Absolutely.
Knock on the door.
Run up, knock on the door.
So, the engine room?
Where the people are. Yeah, I want to go
I'll
to the
deal
fire.
with Pez first then.
Yeah.
As you are checking around and Pez moves over, he goes to grab this person and bring them down. And you see this human, they are not long dead. I mean, you can give me a medicine check.
Medicine. They're dead.
Hey.
What was it, 12?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, they're clearly dead. You can see, their arm is lacerated, and it's, part bicep, and, the bone has been cut by some kind of really horrible blade of some kind. And then the rest of the body has been shot up on one side. You see this name, which is... Enrique. Enrique.
Iglesias?
They, as you like jump up, pull them, and your mag boots back through. It's not really the noise that you hear because there's no atmospherics, but it's the vibration, especially for you who's like currently checking and be like, there's guys over there. Does a 21 hit your KAC?
It is my KAC.
Amazing.
Bye, Pez.
Just look after Bear for me.
Yeet.
Just shoot you out.
I'll add it to the droid collection.
Oh, do.
You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
You don't hear anything, but something glances you and like hits you in the shoulder or part of your arm and like causes you to go off. I do need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Just get off the ship and blow it across it. Ian, just grab table. Bruce would have long rested.
Yes, fully healed up.
Oh my god, where is
So,
Nish?
Kaz is an 18.
Yes.
Very nice.
Touché.
16.
Also lovely.
It's like we're in two.
Sylph.
Initiative.
Being really blind. Oh yeah, right. 17.
Damn, guys.
Look at us.
Bruce.
16.
Way.
Reach your dex mod's higher, isn't it?
Probably.
Oh,
Oh, we're the same.
Roll off, go on.
Rollies.
19.
7.
Bruce, you're going to be going on 7. So, the Sylph's on 17. What we'll do then is we're going to knock TJ down to 15.
Solid.
Pez!
With the nat 20, 30.
Jesus Christ.
10 initiative.
Desna Christ.
Calix?
Okay, so just so you guys are aware as well, because I forgot to mention it, it is dark in here. There are no lights on. You are having to use your torches and things.
Can I?
Specs up.
When you get to your turn, you can start to
yeah.
attune.
Not what, just like illuminate the place.
Still part of the attunement because you have to start attuning to do that. To which end then, Pez, you stand there, you clearly take some kind of hit.
Yeah.
You're not sure what it is, but it definitely came from that way because it knocks you and it's in this like 0G, you're clamped down, but you're back like,
Yeah, almost like it's kind of like the Matrix with my feet start planted, but I'm still travelling backwards with the.
So your
the
spine
hips.
breaks.
As in a
Pez
wheelchair.
dead.
No, as in a wheelchair.
I have the mini. Like you knew.
Pez Games. Woo! I'm going to try and, at the same time, holding, like, I don't know if I can do it or there's something I can roll for it, get the data pad while kind of looking around.
You don't see a data pad.
Okay.
It's like this person was caught off guard, out of armour.
Yeah, just in there every day sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to do a like perception check just to see where I've been hit as well as where it's come from.
Yeah, okay.
20.
Okay, so it's definitely come straight down the line. Somebody, and how long's your dark vision go as a goblin?
60 foot.
Okay, cool. Let's take this off.
Ooh. Look at the space.
Space.
However, you can see down that line. You see two figures. You see a Vesk on one knee bringing up a pistol, and you see like a Patra, this feline person behind them who's just taken the shot and looks like they're reloading. What would you like to do?
TJ's constantly different. I would probably say we're here to rescue part of the Orion's hope. We've just sent off the pirates.
What did you roll on perception? 20.
Yeah.
Those two are not wearing medical frigate clothing.
Cool.
if anything, when you saw that Kasathan closing the door of the previous ship, they're wearing very similar, like, raider armor. You think these guys may have been left behind.
Cool. I kind of shout that, and then you just almost see Pez's eyes, like, just look at the rest of the army. He's like, hostiles, and you just hear Bear, even though you just hear this big sort of, almost like you hear the footprints kind of coming, and Bear just kind of almost goes like prone but comes back up again in front of me.
I'll put that just on there for you.
And you just see him quickly tap, and you just see Bear almost how dogs kind of go into like a defense mode, like legs down, tail in the air, and you just see this essentially massive artillery laser just come out of Bear.
Really get that.
Does it like come out of his?
It comes out of the back.
Yeah,
the back just kind of, you just like in Iron Man 2 where the suit kind of moves around him, you just see this almost like the shells lift and panel by panel fold away, and it just kind of almost comes out by like a scorpion tail as it kind of locks in. And the
do you tell me what you're doing, bud?
no, I was just going to use Bear for intimidate and be like, stand down.
Give me an intimidation check, please. It's really against their sense motive.
With advantage because of Bear?
No advantage in this game, unfortunately.
7.
Yeah, they smashed that.
Yeah.
11 on the dice plus. Not much. But they still beat you.
Yeah. That would be it. I'm not going to fire an artillery laser in the middle of a
On fire ship
Yeah.
space.
It's alright, it's firing in the other direction.
Well, don't worry, because the feline one is up next, and they are just like, they take the shot. They're going to do a full attack action on, they'll do one on Bear, one on you, because they are like, fuck that. And they also don't know how high a level you guys are. So, first one's going to be with a -4, and it's going to be on Bear. 14 minus 4 for a 10, plus 8 for an 18.
is that EAC or KAC?
KAC.
No.
You watch, and you can see it's a semi-tactical auto pistol. You've seen these around. People in the party have them. It goes up, doesn't make a noise because of the vacuum of space. And it probably, does it glance off Bear? Does it just go past them?
I just imagine it as Bear's still, the laser's still kind of like gearing out and sort of coming to its full extent. It just kind of hits off and just catches like the door frame.
And you guys probably see the spark as like Bear goes into defense mode, and this like round goes off. The next one's going to be for you. Come on, nat 20. Oh, it's exactly the same roll. 18 against your KAC.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
2 rounds go off, and neither of them hit you. They are going to
What are they, stormtroopers?
move, and you can't see where they're going. They run that way, and you don't see where they go. No, that was a full action. They can't do that.
Yeah.
Attack twice is a full action.
Bye, Felicia.
My apologies. Come on, guys, keep me on point.
No.
Kaz!
I'm going to throw it.
No, the rule's better.
I can't quite see where I am.
So
Sorry.
you are currently by the door just over here.
Yeah, sure.
You're probably about 6,100 credits away from moving.
By now.
Okay.
Unlock movement DLC.
Is this the only door?
Yeah.
Into this spot?
There is this door here and this door here. You still have these like crates floating around. You still have, you can definitely see. I think you would see the spark come off. You would know, like with Pez, with the new drone getting Bear into this mode, you was definitely in some kind of engagement. Also, you said
Hostiles.
Yeah.
Can I get within line of sight with my movement?
I mean, probably. I mean, you can dive through the middle of this inner cycle. I wouldn't even give you extra take away movement for that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 put you on the other side of the ship, man.
Okay.
Have you got dark vision?
Yeah.
How far?
Far.
I mean, you felt them anyway.
Up to 60 feet.
You can see the first one. You can no longer feel the other one at the back, but you can feel one here.
Okay. Sure.
I may as well put down that mini since you now know.
Yes, please. There. I will use a nanite surge to create my recombinate array as my weapon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
As a swift action.
We'll have fun anyway, guys.
Good.
Yeah, I'll just take a shot of the first one I can see.
Whiff it.
It's not great, but it's still 19 to hit.
EAC, it's EAC, isn't it?
Yes, EAC. Yeah, outside the dice. Outside the dice. Yeah, that
Outside the dice.
one. 16 points of acid damage.
A heavy hit.
Okay.
It like hits them square in the chest. It goes past this floating body. I'm going to give them partial cover. Actually, it still hits, but I'm going to give them partial cover because Pez, Bear, and this body.
Sure.
And they are locked down as well. Like they clearly have mag boots on, but it hits them square in the chest. It coats this freebooter armor, and I think by now you know what freebooter armor looks like. You've sifted through enough of it, and yeah, you see it like sizzling away, like that scene in Aliens where like Vasquez and whoever the male equivalent of the heavy gunner was, whose name I can't remember right now, when he gets hit, he's like, it's all over his armor. Very much like that.
Fair enough. You were warned. It's my turn.
The idea of no environment. Put him down, guys.
My
This
Johnson.
guy's here to suck us off.
The guy at the back's like, my Johnson remains unsucked.
My Johnson. My Johnson. Anything else from Cam?
That's me done.
That guy's not there. He went off on the ship. Sylph, you're up.
Alright. I am going to... Can I have a measuring
Yes!
thing?
I can't actually see.
Where are you trying to get to?
No, I'm just trying to figure out whether...
So remember,
and then,
I just saw something
so
coming
that
the
would
other
be a
day.
move.
I'll share it later.
Oh, I couldn't expend, so... Okay, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay, that's a regular action, yes?
Yes.
Roger! Roger. Sylph
Invisible.
goes invisible. Yeah, you get to my invisible minute.
And then I am going to move... Oh, hello. Is that it? I can't...
Yeah, 30 will put you next to Pez.
30, and then I'll spend an extra resolve to get 60, another 30 to be there.
Okay, so as you go through the door, you enter a threatened square. I will give them a perception check to see if they recognise you doing so, because you have to push through this body, Bear, and Pez. That's a 19 on the dice, so they are going to take an attack of opportunity on you. It's a melee attack. You watch, they bring out this like long sword. They're like, they press something, you can't hear it. They will take a swipe. They will take a negative, I think. They take a massive negative to this because you're invisible. Does it say anything invisible where this says about that, or do I need to look it up?
Includes any... No, that's me attacking. Actions directed. Objects to break spells that specific. Directly, thus invisible.
I think you've a 50% miss chance, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly it. So I'm going to roll a
Not on the
D100.
actual spell itself.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Are we good?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Right, 50% miss chance. So I'm going to roll
Flip the party ring.
50 upwards, and they're going to strike you. What would help is if I didn't roll two D100s.
200.
82. So they are going to hit as they slash you. It's not going to end your invisibility,
It
Bo.
doesn't end the invisibility,
No.
it's when I attack that the invisibility ends.
You are going to take... You take 9 points of slashing damage as this...
Did they hit my EAC or KAC?
with a 19 plus 8, I think they do.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
It's KAC. Sorry, yeah, I should have said that out loud. they just take a wild swing, and claret leaves your body and floats in space and forms those like little globules. They put this Vesk puts their hand to their ear. Have you got dark vision? I think you do, don't you? Yeah, I imagine.
That's why I have the glasses.
Okay, you see the Patra at the back, and you see a Callow, this like fish-like person. They've got a respirator on that you can see is pumping water through their own gills, very much like the guy from
League of Gentlemen.
No.
It's the fish.
Ron Perlman plays the devil in it. The
Hellboy.
Hellboy, that's the one. Can't believe that's an edge, but when he comes out, it's got like the
Gotcha.
American Dad is who I was thinking of.
Klaus.
It's Klaus.
However, you absolutely can get to there.
I think that I'd attempt to relay just through the comms, like.
You are on comms with each other, and you have environmental on. You can do that, so you guys can talk to each other. You just can't hear them or hear what they're saying.
Yeah. So I'd say there's 3 in here, and sort of roughly say where the positions are. I imagine I
Give me a
can't say
perception check.
exactly. So 13 again.
Okay, cool. So you can see this is definitely like a cockpit bridge. There is a full complement of what would be a pilot's seat, and then 4 others right towards the front. There is a sealed airlock a bit further to your left. This whole cockpit bridge is designed for both being a workstation but also sleeping quarters, what looks like for the crew. Everything's like in the walls, and everything is very ergonomic with the way it fits. Yeah, but I think you could easily say there's 3 of them in here, one directly on the left, on the other side, on the port side of the ship. The Vesk you can see, and then the Patra up ahead. Easily enough you could tell that to the crew.
Could you give me some damage?
Yeah, it was 9 points of slashing. You're really stamina points actually, aren't you? So it probably doesn't. It probably only like puts like a small blob of blood. It's not even like a full claret because it hits mostly your armor and takes off your stamina points first, actually. So and it's certainly not going to give away your position. Right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Bruce.
I'm going to attune.
Okay. Photon mode.
Yeah. And hopefully that will illuminate.
It does absolutely begin your attunement, so you start to glow. That sunlight starts to emanate from you.
Will that benefit y'all?
Yeah. Basically, you create, I think it's a 10-foot radius around you of
think so, yeah.
bright light, and then that means that there's another 10 foot of dim light after that. So 20 foot of light, essentially, around you like so.
Cool. So hearing James... hearing Pez and then hearing Sylph, I will just run in there. Hopefully get to the nearest one within
Have
melee.
you got the range ruler there?
Oh, sorry. Yep.
If I can.
So you got 30 foot of movement, yeah?
Yeah.
So you'd have to get 5, 10, 15, 20 to get to there. 30 will get you just in past the door, which puts you into melee with this first Vesk.
I'm going to attack. We said stand down. That is a 21 dirty. No, sorry, 21 dirty.
Yeah, I mean, that hits. That'll be against KAC with your Solarian weapon. Like, describe to us, like, what it looks like as you, like, bring out the weapon.
It's almost like I haven't taken the blade out until I've got through the door. So literally you just see, like, a blur. And then, like suddenly the room is, like, illuminated. It's just my sword coming out.
Yeah, you guys watch as this, like,
as I'm
burst of
slashing
sunlight.
is when it is glowing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that was in the
Solid 4 doesn't count.
Wild.
Journey.
So... 24 damage.
How do you eviscerate this guy?
Why?
There's, I think, just like a clean cut. Just like... Yeah, I'm just slicing through this person.
Okay, you, like, rush in, and do you draw from the back, do you draw from the side?
I think it's going to be like a sort of like a...
So, from left to
like,
right, as you bring out this bastard sword of a Solarian weapon, slice through them. You watch as like the knees buckle, but they don't quite go down because of the 0G. But then you watch as like the torso it starts to elongate, and the limbs, like the ligaments and stuff inside, which you slashed, begin to like come apart. But then they sort of like float in their own way to create like a weird, macabre, half-besque jellyfish. As that starts floating up,
I'll
and
grab
there's
the
just
wrist. I'll be like, hey, we need you for questioning.
they're like
Wiley.
the top half is just like juddering, and you're just like, hey, we need you for questioning. Anything else? Bruce currently blocks the door, but you can move through friendly spaces.
I think I'm good. That's me.
One down. Remove them from the sheet.
Take out the wall.
TJ.
Are they all kind of tucked around doors that I have to kind of get into
Yes,
to be
you
able
would
to
have
see
to come
them?
around here you probably hear Bruce on the comms.
Yeah. I will come into the room then. I've got 30 feet of
30
room.
gets you from where you are, because you were next to Bruce,
Yeah.
just behind him.
Cool.
So you're not quite in the room.
But have I got a sight on anyone?
Yeah, so I think that you can see the Patra up that side.
Okay.
You can't actually see this guy around the corner. He's
Okay.
tucked right into the corner.
In that case, I'm going to... how far away is the Patra?
I think 30 feet from where you are.
Sick.
Bang on 30 feet.
Beautiful.
It's like I measured up.
I am going to, as my standard action, use Dispiriting Taunt. And I'm going to kind of...
Sight-based. Cool.
And then
For podcast listeners,
I'm reaching into my pocket and pulling out the middle finger, and I'm ending it with a blowjob sign. But because TJ's got his Hastoki cheeks, it's really extended.
it's a golf club in there.
So I need to make an intimidate check. So the DC is the same DC to demoralise. So it's either 10 plus opponent's total intimidate skill bonus, or 15 plus 1.5 times the opponent's CR, whichever is greater.
DC's 15. 10 plus intimidate, which is a +5.
Okay. Okay. 4 plus my expertise. 29.
Smashed it.
Until the end of my next turn, they are shaken.
Yes, they are.
I'm not stirred.
Remind me what shaken does.
I will remind myself as well.
I think it's like minuses to
Yeah.
potentially AC and attacking.
I brought the other stuff up, but not that.
They're at the top of the round, so I'm not too worried about them.
The shaken condition. Scrolling. Ooh, panicked, paralysed, pinned. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to take the cock out step.
You take a -2 penalty to attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks while you have the shaken condition. If you're already shaken, additional effect, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, basically -2 to every fucking thing.
Yeah, cool. Just going to throw a condition ring next to them down there. Amazing. Anything else from yourself?
Yeah.
Go on then.
I'll spend a resolve point.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put on a cheeky little get 'em, because I haven't done one of those in a while. So I'm going to open comms and be like, alright gang, in the words of one beautiful Aspraxa that we know, let's red mist it. Get 'em.
+2 on everyone's attack rolls.
+1.
+1, my apologies.
Cool.
Next up is the Callow.
Oh, and that is against the Patra, by the way.
Yes, I figured as much. The Callow has heard something over their comm before watching their friend get eviscerated. They're going to do a perception check to see if they can see Sylph. Give me a stealth check with a +10 modifier to it, please. And your modifier. Before I roll, because they might not even be able to make this.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
It's not bad, so it's automatically 17 plus your stealth modifier.
28.
They can't make it. They cannot find you. And you see them, they are like panicked looking around. They look very much less equipped than your crew. and also like they were left halfway through a job. They can, however, see Roos.
Oh, this is the intern of this crew.
They will take 2 shots at Roos. This is a full attack. So this will be -4 to both attacks. First one with the semi-auto
This
pistol.
would be a fun job.
They are.
I mean, it's a 5 -4 for an unnatural 1, +8 for a 9. Second attack. There we go. 19 minus the 4 would be 15, +8 is going to be a 23, I believe, Jack. Thank you very much.
That's KAC?
KAC.
Yes.
That armour. Is that that new wooden armour?
Yeah.
Fuck. They are just like, the first one just goes wide as they're like looking around for Sylph.
And then they're going to be like,
Here's Ruthie!
just like this chicken. Does this glance off you? Does it completely miss? You tell me how this misses you.
it bounces off me and it goes straight in their head.
It doesn't.
It's the impact.
But
Like
we can say it like hits the armor and it's just like one of these like it's like a super movie. It just hits the armor and just like lands or just floats.
I think it does like the armor just takes all the velocity out of it and it just literally like drops to the floor.
Well, yeah, apart from being 0G, so it just floats there. However, what you see is as it hits you, like that armor begins to like start welding back together in terms of like the wood starts knitting itself back together already, which is absolutely insane. And they are dead in the other ship. At the top of the round, Pez, you and Bear are up.
Cool. We can move through friendly spaces.
You absolutely can, yeah.
So Bear's going to move into the doorway, so just sort of here. He's got 40 foot.
Yeah.
She's got 40 foot movement.
Easy.
Can she see this one?
Yes, when they get through there easily.
There's enough movement to get to that. Can I get? I don't know how it works, but almost essentially Bear to knock it prone.
Yeah, so that'd be a melee attack. Cool. Bear can make a melee attack, then be an unarmed strike, I guess, unless they've got something.
A 12.
Oh, that doesn't hit. It's like it goes in and they like sidestep.
Getting used to the sides, it's kind of like recalibrating. But for Pez, I'm going to quickly see if I can find sort of like a data terminal or somewhere I can jack in. See if I can connect to the ship and see if they've got fire procedures. So if they've got something essentially to. I don't know what they almost like 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 CO2, like kill off a fire, choke it of oxygen.
Yeah, I mean there are so many terminals in here.
Yeah.
I think give me an engineering check.
Yeah.
The DC's pretty low, it's like a 10.
24.
Yeah. So I think you know that around this corner here is a maintenance terminal as well as probably just down here.
Yeah.
No, sorry, that's a door, so we just passed it on the other side.
Yeah, I thought there was one in here.
Yeah, like cartoons and step through into alligators.
Or it's like,
That's not an airlock. That's an alligator room.
or just opens it. It's like a Wile E. Coyote movie. It just stands there, and just like then floats on. I'm going to run round, access the data terminal, and literally just use my.
So the ship is dead, but emergency stuff does still activate within your ship. So things like life support and stuff like that when it's not blown out. But the engine bay is sealed, and you like plug in. You will have to make me a computers check, please.
Yeah. With I'm trying to remember what my data jack does. Data jack accelerated, cybernetics, use computers as close to some straight line data access, +2 circumstance bonus. So I get +2 because of it.
Yeah.
That's my computers. 25 +2, 27.
I think you're in.
Head's going dark. I'm in.
Zoom in. Enhance.
Digitize.
Enhance. Enhance more. Enhance again.
Ooh.
You're not in.
Yeah, you're not. But it's a tier 5 ship, which means that the computer's also a tier 5. It's a DC 33. Unless you've got anything that lowers that DC.
I've got my. I've always said that my dated, whenever I jack into my video game, so that's -5 to that.
Cool.
So
33 minus 5 is a 28.
Yeah.
So you're one off. But it would also take to get in there 5 rounds technically.
Yeah.
So, but you can tell that you're close. You can make another check in the next round, and you think there would be some kind of like fire suppression, some sealing.
Yeah.
It depends on what's happening in there, but you sort of already know what's happening in there. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Keep plugging at it. I'm pretty sure you'll get it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, anything else?
Well, that's all I can do in this turn.
Patra. They move across to this door here.
Why would they do that?
Pray tell.
The trouble is I want to know how cruel they are.
Oh.
He's hostage though.
Or.
Have new glasses, Jack.
I have indeed. Thank you very much.
Jack has new glasses.
Very smart.
Thank you.
I really like them. I prefer them to his old ones.
They look very lovely.
Thank you very much.
Handsome boy.
Took all that out of your book because you got a similar sort of torch shell.
I need some new glasses.
We're all
You
out
know
there,
what I mean? You know what I mean? Fucking give me.
Awesome.
Give me specs.
Get my 4 eyes in there.
No, I do actually need some new glasses. Mine are bent as shit.
Enter shit.
Someone give it to you and then you just launch them down the garden.
Yeah, who would do that?
That's the story that he's explaining on a drift debriefing. Okay.
Do we know what you do there? That's what I feel like we spoke about it before.
Talk about what?
Well, the whole
About
story.
Alex yeeting your glasses
Yeah, I don't know.
down the garden.
Is that why you've got new glasses?
No.
They hit a button, and this door opens.
Fucking nerds.
Spot the DMs.
There's somebody.
They move inside.
Okay, right.
Has to interact with an object, which is an action. Or is it a movement action to interact, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
They will trade their. So they interact for movement.
Yeah,
They then move inside.
yeah.
They have no resolve. That's as far as they get.
Okay.
Kaz.
Right. How far does 30 feet get me into the room from where I am?
30 feet gets you to just behind TJ.
Fuck all, great. And where would an extra 30 feet get me in terms of the Petra?
There, or you can get 5, 10.
Just straight for
I mean, right next to them.
right next to them, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, Swifty, hey circuit.
Red bang.
I'm so depressed I act like it's my birthday.
Everybody chill, I just propped up a Pralanol.
The good shit.
Tell us how it looks as you bash this haze circuit, how that affects you, and if it's like, because this is like a cybernetic upgrade for you, isn't it? Or is this in your armor?
This is in my armour.
Okay, cool. Tell us how that all looks, and then as you run up, and then what you do.
I think it's very central in the armour itself, and I sort of see it a bit like, again, the whole Iron Man thing, just sort of like pressing it, and like just you can see the energy lines just sort of cross his body, and like if you could see like the veins on Kaz's body, they just kind of like pump with adrenaline.
No.
That's it on his body.
Podcast
Yeah.
Step he said pump and instantly locked eyes with me like he said a dick thing.
It was the veins that got me.
Yeah, that's what's the combination of pump and veins.
The dirtiest mind in the room.
So massive pumping veins.
And that allows Kaz to just go.
Does it now?
What colour was it that pumped through? Was it blue?
Blue.
It is now.
No, it's red.
You run up. You get to this, and you can tell this is the airlock that you scanned previously when you came up to the ship, and you were like, we better not go through there just in case there's people.
Yeah.
You will get a credit stick for not killing people.
Thank you.
As you see inside, two people also wearing these like light flight suits. One is an android with this like, and I think you saw them, these like pale blue kind of skin. I will actually read out their descriptions. So, there is this female android with bare skin tones with blue ley lines running through up the left side of their head. They wear a simple flight suit with like very minimalistic kind of armor to it. They have this medical symbol of this like holographic cross with intertwining strands of light. Give me a medicine check or a culture check, please.
I'm going for medicine, that's for sure. 28.
Cool. It's to symbolise the many strands of DNA found within the universe that synchronises like an orbit around this cross. They look like they're pressed to one side, and this was definitely the person that contacted you guys. There is also then a Goran female. They have these like green vines and leaves that create this like beautiful slender form of a humanoid around like 5.5 feet tall. Head like that of a budding flower that pulls back like hair up to blue tips. They wear, again, the same thin flight suits with, they've got like a white medical lab coat over the top of it.
Yep.
What did you roll on your culture check or your medicine check?
28.
28. That symbol is of a charitable medical micro corporation called Wellbeings. They go from planet to planet offering aid to different peoples, whether they're in war-torn planets or if they are just ones that are like suffered from natural disasters. This is like an aid frigate.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Wow. Okay, guys. But you see this Patra, and they are reaching for the airlock opening control on the other side.
Yeah.
You think that they're making a break for it. As to where, you don't know, but anywhere but here.
I gotta get him. Ooh.
Ray is out.
Yeah, because you said they're about to open an airlock.
Yeah, they are. But this place is already depressurized.
Yeah, I don't like it though. I don't like it.
I would point out actually the Goran looks like so the android is fine, but the Goran has gone from being fine to like grabbing their throat. They potentially have just had all the air removed from this room with the opening of that door.
Right. Is there any space for me to get in?
Technically, they would have made they would have made it all the way to the other side. It's just a bit tight in there. Yes, you can. You would have had 5 more foot of movement to get in behind them.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Just gonna double check if Goran's breathing the same way.
So it's just the Goran that's like choking out right now.
Well, you know androids don't need oxygen.
True.
Plant benefits. Plant Gorons don't gain standard immunity associated with creatures of the plant type. Tend to gain +2 ratio to change against mind affecting effects. Yellow flowers, poison, not like knowledge. Photosynthesis. Gorons can go photosynthesis to gain nutrition, so they're eating. Can go without light for up to 3 days. No, they still need oxygen. And you think that maybe they were put in there to keep them out of the way.
Right.
And now the oxygen's gone.
Okay. They'll last a round, it's fine. I'm going to spend a resolve point to get another move action, which will allow me to then change my nanite form into my sword. And in which case I will use my normal action to try and run them through. That's a natty 20 on that one.
Do you want to roll damage, or do you think you can do 22 in one round?
I'll roll damage.
Do it.
So, for anybody who maybe is only just jumping in at the start of this new story arc, for crits, we max all damage, add modifiers, and then we roll again. So, mega crits, basically, but it works both ways.
45 points of slashing.
Oh.
How do you eviscerate them?
I think they're probably sort of looking away from me at the time because they're trying to like get this other airlock open. And I think I just run them through in the back of their neck, just and then I just pull them off the sword and just.
They again do this thing like their mag boot are down, but their arms just like float up, and the blood is just escaping into this like macabre. It's like a tree of blood growing from their neck because obviously there's 0 G as it just starts to like globule out of their body.
What's that? Is it? Fuck. That's show.
Like
The Expanse.
Oh, yes.
Remember it? And then the gravity kicks in, and it's just like. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good show.
Yep. But that's all I can do. So you done?
They're dead. They are very, very dead.
It's all I can do.
With all of your upgrades, you've got some fucking stuff you can do. Sylph, you currently see this vest get cut in half. You see this Patra run. Kaz chases after them, and you see this Callow, this fish-like being that tried to shoot at them. What do you do?
I think there was a moment where she was going after the Apatra, but then sees Kaz and just stops the spell and just like, eh.
Oh my god, that would have been a great name for Chlorapatra. Frestic.
Oh.
We're gonna get you.
So she's going to walk over to the fish.
Fish boy.
The fish.
Fishman.
And if I'm right in understanding how this might work, it's again the idea spell, but the second half of it. If you instead touch a surface, 1 5-foot square, that surface becomes charged with endearing magic for 1 round per level.
Yep.
If the creature touches this surface of the affected surface, the creature must succeed a reflex saving throw or become entangled until they successfully save against the spell.
Okay.
So I'm just going to like touch the ground next to next to the fish.
Fucking shagging me, Jet.
Fucking got you.
Because I can see he's a scared little boy, so I'm just like touch the ground with the attempt at endearing them to the area, and I'm just gonna sort of like whisper. I suggest you surrender.
Reflex save, yeah?
Reflex save.
So 9 on the dice.
12. Surface becomes
Total.
charged with endearing magic.
Your spell save has to be higher than a 12.
100%.
It's a 15.
Yep. You watch as like this. You tell us what the glue looks like and how it goes up their mag boots and keeps them in place.
So as she casts through the cards, as she just touches, it appears as one of the holographic cards going into the ground, and then just where around his limbs, smaller cards appear on the ground, and they come up like chains, locking down on wrists, hands, anything, and then just pinning him down.
So it only keeps them in place.
Until they can succeed for a number of rounds. So
does it give them the restrained, or does it say it gives them a condition?
Space train. Relax.
Thomas the Bastard.
James.
they become entangled.
Entangle, thank you very much.
Entangle.
I think they can still attack.
But I have suggested that they surrender.
You
and
have.
I'm still
They
invisible.
can't hear you.
Oh, fuck.
Because it's space.
It's alright.
Oh, I forgot
We'll work
about
it out.
that.
It's fine. They're not going anywhere.
No, they're not. TJ.
Bears right in front of them.
Oh, sorry, anything else? Sorry, it's not TJ. Anything else for Sylph?
I wasn't expecting it.
Move, standard action.
Swifty.
I suppose actually on that I might just drop the invisibility right on a compad and just be like, I don't fuck I advise you surrender.
I like it.
Realising.
Give me an intimidate check.
Oh, I think I'm great at.
Go on, you can do it.
I'm going to give them.
Theirs is not good though.
Ting.
Neither's mine.
I rolled a dice there and I threw that one at my mug.
17.
They drop the pistol and it just floats in air. And they put their hands up.
I will come and I'll look at Roos and I'll be like,
Get him!
you just let this one go.
This is going to do anything.
To which end, it is actually Roos's go, not.
Yeah, I was going to be like, it's not
No,
me.
it's because I tapped ahead in the encounter builder, so I had to go through it. It is your go.
I will take heed of that, and I will sort of square around the room, locked onto this person.
Yeah.
And I will just try and intimidate them into, continuing to surrender.
Yeah, you going to your second attunement point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you moving anywhere?
So where are they?
They are currently here.
I will just sort of
Yeah, over to them.
Fucking what?
This big chicken's dodgeballing it on the other side of the
exactly that. Exactly
Just
that.
head, that chicken thing where the head never it's on the perfect gimbal. It's just
No matter which way he's facing, the head still faces the same way.
with a line.
I couldn't have explained it better than that. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And intimidate. Do you want me to?
You can do. You don't need to, but let's see how high you roll.
Go on, super.
What if it's really low?
1.
Oh, it's alright. Intimidate. Ooh, that is a 25.
Yeah, I mean, their intimidate's a 15 and they're already at a -4 for that because they've Sylph's one already, so that's an 11. This guy is just in place, entangled, those chains holding them down, the pistol's just floating in the air. It is their go. They hold. I'll tell you now, just in case you attack. They will reach for the pistol and go to attack you, but apart from that, they don't do anything. I'm happy to say we're probably out of initiative. Everybody else is dead. It is the top of the round. Pez, if you want to start having a look at that computer, you absolutely can. But unless you guys want to stay in
What
initiative.
about the captain?
Well, I mean, if you like...
It's the top of the turn.
Sorry, you can have a go as well if you so wish. I'm happy to say that we are out of initiative.
No.
Too late.
You're only the captain of the ship. I'm allowed to forget you. Now let me mansplain to you why I skipped over
Let me
you.
tell you about this premium DM experience.
Premium. God, what a dick. You fucking know.
We know.
Yeah. They'll probably never see this.
No, probably not.
Fucking slagging people off online. There we go. Happy to come out of initiative. Oh, you know what? Actually, we can't. There is a choking, suffocating person on the ship. So actually, we will stay in initiative. TJ, it is your go.
Cool. I'm in the doorway. I can't see what's going on really here, can I? So I don't really know.
No.
I'm gonna just initially put out a cob. Whilst I appreciate the restraint and it is a wonderful thing, I will also point out we have no brig on our ship, and what to do with this person, we can't really take him with us. Just putting it out there. Status update from everyone, please. Roll call.
Here.
Sound off.
Everyone safe?
Red fudge!
Gold leader check.
Repeat, God leader.
We do have an airlock.
Where else am I meant to sleep?
We can make him sleep there.
He's not any danger.
Well, let's try and get this fire out, And I want to go and I will go back to Pez and the terminal.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's happening over here, so I'll go over there. And I will. Can I hold to help Pez when he has a go at the terminal?
Well, a ghost.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this.
Put it over there. Put it over there.
Great film.
Thanks, Alex. Okay, cool. So you can offer the aid action to Roos, or the help Roos to Pez. The Cowlow is like, doesn't do anything. They can't speak to you because you don't have comms or anything like that in the vacuum of space. I would probably say, because we are at... I will wait until it would have been the Patra's turn. They would have had one round already. That's their con score. Okay. Pez, it is your go.
Cool. I'm going to tippity tap at the keyboard.
Yep.
Tippity tap.
Oh no.
We've got help.
Oh.
I love it. Spending some cred sticks.
There was no help in that.
Oh
Oh no. Oh no.
Self-destruct activated. Doors closing.
That's a +2 from TJ, was it? So that's 21, 25, 27 minus 5 on the DC. That's still, it's literally one off.
It's still the same as last time. You see the like petals on this Goran is starting to like shrivel and wilt as they're like.
Wish I could do something, but it's not my turn.
The android.
Wait. Why aren't you helping?
In fact, actually, because the Goran's like floating as well, so they are just like.
They look like they're choking because they don't have a suit on.
Yes, they're wearing just like this flight suit. They're not wearing armor.
Allergy.
Is it like?
Just making sure.
Peanut.
Where is my
Are
android?
we talking like total recall, or is it just a sort of like the oxygen levels dropping?
Right, there's no oxygen there whatsoever. As soon as they opened that door, like, left. The android kicks off, floats over to here.
I could have saved us.
Who wants some?
having seen that you
Just crashes out completely.
Get him, Mom!
Misreads the situation.
let's give him a sense motive.
Error.
I have just come in and impaling someone with my sword.
So this is the thing: is you came in and impaled the people that locked them up.
True.
So you've come
I
in and
could be
done
just as
that,
bad as that.
and they are like,
You could be Pirate Plus.
New game plus pirate.
"No, that's not the episode title right there."
I like that. That's good then.
That's fucking awesome. It looks like they're gonna like grab at you, but you kill this person, and they're like, they look at this Goran and they like push and like float across the room. They like land at the wall. They are going to. I mean, they know where everything is on the ship anyway. They start like pulling it like compartments, and you see they pull out like a small little cylindrical canister with a face mask, and they like kick back off the wall to here and pass it to the Goran and put it over their face, and you see the Goran and take this massive breath. We are now out of initiative.
Kaz, I think Pez needs more help than I can give.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's
Okay.
all right.
It's performance anxiety.
It's all right, kid. Relax.
I
Yeah,
can
I mean,
offer a hand as well.
they can't hear us, can they? So
No.
I will, I'll explain later to them. I'm going to help Pez out and see if we can get the ship online.
You can find many different controls in here as well. You don't have to go back to that terminal. Like,
Okay.
you know that there are different ways to control the ship throughout the ship, and you are on the you're in the bridge essentially. So, in all fairness,
Yeah.
the android will probably go with you after they give them that, and they're like, push out and start moving their way to the front of the cockpit. You see this, and they do look more feminine than masculine, this android, as they bring you towards like the front, and you can see that like the consoles have all been trashed. You can try and do an engineering check to patch the consoles. You will get the aid. I'm pretty sure they've got. Yeah, you get an automatic aid.
24 to patch it up.
10 times 1.5 the tier of the ship. The tier of the ship is 5. 17. DC 17. Okay, so you get it patched up. This gets Pez into there as well. In between you all, you can see that, like, you can just about like gain access to the life support systems. You're not going to be able to pressurize this area because it's been breached into. There is a massive, complete fire in this section. I mean, like the whole thing is completely on fire. You either need to wait for that to burn out or try the fire suppression systems, but also bear in mind that was like smashed in from the outside. It could be deadly if it's not dealt with properly. It could cause a mass explosion. But you could also seal off the front of the ship and keep people in there and repressurize it.
Yeah. I think the best way is probably to vent all the oxygen from the back half of the ship, close the front bit off, fire. Yeah? Alright. We'll block off the front, so everything from there on is...
I assume everyone's going in, yeah?
We'll see. Everyone please get in. And then shut the door, repressurize this front bit, and then vent all oxygen from that bit onwards.
Cool. I don't think we need a skill check for that. I think you're already in the systems, you have the helm, you pressurize it and the oxygen starts to refill the front. And with that, you start to then get the atmospherics back as like the sound levels slowly start to increase and you can hear like the crackling of like consoles and you can also hear like boop, boop, of things coming back online. You can hear the panting of this Goran in the things they're still like and just trying to like settle their breathing. As you all come in, you close that door and you hit that. Essentially, you have to like open this door here and just evacuate the fire, and it takes mere seconds as this explosive blast basically exits the side of the ship. There are enough shields on the Hope that I'm not worried about it causing damage. If it had like. If there had been other things there, I mean, there are crates as well. They get like smashed out of there and stuff, but.
They're all stuck down.
Some of them are generally stuck down. As you got some of them done before Pez got shot at.
Yeah, as soon as that oxygen's gone, make sure everyone's got suits or some sort of environmental protection, and then I'll go check it out.
Before, just as you're like about to go through, this android is like, wait.
Sorry about all the gore.
That is quite all right. Thank you for coming to our aid. I am KL03, but you can call me Chloe.
Oh, hello, Chloe. Was it you we got the comm from?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you for assisting in saving us.
Our pleasure. We had a great time.
They don't really register that. I wonder if you could give Dr. Levine a moment to
Yeah, absolutely.
recompose themselves before.
So that she can be Dr. Lefine.
How about just floors, Rose?
How much psychic damage do we take from that?
There's a word I'm trying to find here.
No regrets.
Designation.
T-4...
No, I do not understand what you mean.
What? I don't know how to respond to that. I was making a pun, and it's clearly fallen flat. And for that I apologise. I was trying some levity in these trying times.
Ha 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 ha!
That'll do.
Yeah,
I'm told laughing at a pun is good for people. But
it can be, yes. But you don't have to. You're not obliged to laugh at my bad puns.
oh, that is good.
Yes.
But thank you. It is... And you see them like looking around at this like destroyed vessel, essentially. This is going to take a lot of work.
Yeah, do you need a lift somewhere?
I think if we can get the ship patched up, we do have the resources on board. Whether or not our engineer is...
Oh, I think it's just you two.
I'm very sorry to say, I think your engineer may not be with us anymore.
Ah.
Yes.
Soz.
Are you sure you don't want that lift?
20 creds and I'll do it.
Bez, right. You did so well. What are we up to now? 6 strikes, Bez. God damn it.
We'd be willing to give you a lift to, well, we're going to Verces, so the Sky Dock.
Yes, we know it. And eventually, like, Dr. Levine, like, takes this mask off. And they have, like, a very soft I'm going to get stuck between the two now because I'm doing one that's like, yes, hello. And the other's like, yes, I find that it's very like, it flows. It's very liquid in terms of like, how it's not like, it's not wet, but it's like, it's just very slow.
Yeah.
Harmonious.
Yeah, I suppose harmonious is the right word for it. I think it shouldn't be a problem as long as we can do some repairs. We can fly this back to Absalom, or we can go to Castrovel or one of the other planets around. But I think we would rather repair and try and keep the Succarisa alive.
Well, we have the use of T2.
We do have T2, yes. Oh, we could give them T2.
So, I mean...
Yeah, we've got a little repair droid if you need the hands.
Can I have a look at sort of like the overview of the frigate to see how much damage is done and approximate how long it would take to fix with the use of T2, myself,
Give me an engineering check.
Yeah.
Aid.
Yeah, I mean, you'd automatically get the aid from you. Anybody who's got engineering with a +10, automatic aid all round.
I don't have auto,
I'll give it.
but I'll roll to see if I can.
I can give empathetic support.
Oh, you do get help.
Thank you.
So you
No,
get
it's
two-
basically roll at advantage.
Oh,
So, I can take it back if you want.
well
You're
done.
like, oh, thanks. Right, yeah, thanks.
2, 4, 6. You'll get 2 from Chloe as well, and
+8 then.
yeah, and
onto
then you
whatever.
get to roll it with advantage.
Yeah, which I have done. So 37.
Okay, cool. So the power core is wrecked. The engines are wrecked. There are no weapons away. There is only countermeasures. The sensors are wrecked, and life support is malfunctioning. You think that with the hit point damage that they've taken, which is 50, there is a mechanic for this, I believe.
Yeah, I just want to get it to the point where it's at least usable, rather than get it somewhere and get fixed. No.
And that's basically they're like, if you can help us retrofit and just repair, we'll be on our way.
Yeah, no problem.
I need to ask a very important question, Chloe.
I feel like I know what this is going to be.
Me too.
What
About
that?
3 months.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
Very nice. No, but seriously, tell me about that wheel in there.
The Enocycle.
Yes.
That belongs to our ship engineer, whose name is
Enrique?
Doesn't matter, he's dead.
No, Enrique is our is. I suppose they would be. It's not quite. They're kind of like a gunner, but they deal with countermeasures.
Okay. Like a security officer.
They are a security officer. It belongs to our secondary engineer, Talk.
Well,
Not doing much
talk
talking
doesn't.
now.
Yes, Lady Silver and good.
Talking no more.
Yeah,
I
well.
believe it's to do with the tightness of nuts and bolts.
Quite right.
It's really tight to my nuts.
7 strikes, Bez. This isn't how we talk to people.
I don't think that deserves a strike.
I think it does deserve a strike.
We talk like this all the time.
Yes, but not. He's a baby. Babies shouldn't be talking like that.
Welcome to the real world.
Oh, you all edgy now.
You're not my mama. I've never met her, but you're not my mum.
No, not your mum. You're Mela Stokey. We don't even have a lab.
I think it's about 5 hours worth, and it is 1 UPB per HP of the ship. And they have stuff on hand.
50 PBs.
So we could get T2 over here.
Oh, I understand.
A little help. And then put the wheel on our ship. Good for us.
Well, if they're willing to give it away, we can't just take
Are
it.
you willing to give that wheel away?
Where are you going to put the wheel on the ship?
In my bed.
Instead of a race car bed.
I mean, if it is true that Talk is no longer with us, I mean, we would have no use for it.
Amazing, thank you very much.
When you did your scan, Cass, did you notice more than... Can we still know if there's someone else alive?
No,
5, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the 3 that we killed 2,
Yeah,
and
the
one's
2.
still alive.
I was going to say, I want to
to.
talk to the one that's still alive.
There's no one else.
Yeah, and they are like staying silent, and at this point they're just like glued to the ground.
Just going to have the gun out. Just like kneeling, arms crossed, but gun out. Just point it casually. So, who are you?
I've got to find his name now.
Who are you?
Talk.
Kill him now!
Deceiver.
They were all deceived.
Can you look up starship repairs, please, per hit point for me while I find this guy's name?
Alright, put it away.
Sorry, my balls were out.
Large letter or small particle?
My name's Slugs.
Slugs.
And you see, even now, like with the environmentals in this room are working, they still have this like water respirator on.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
No slugs.
Ghosts.
That's it.
It's the guy that came up.
Gutted.
That's so good.
Frigate.
You're thin ice, man.
Mate, you can't be more disappointed than my parents.
Let's just sit in silence and let that hang for a second. You're right, mate.
You're right. Safety check.
I'm fine.
Anyway.
Back to the immersion.
Who do you work for and why are you on this ship, Slugs?
I was one of the raiders. I worked under Captain Latani.
Is he wearing any, like, identifiers of any...
Give me a
particular-
culture check.
That's what I get, 26.
Okay, so one thing that you guys would have seen during the combat was there was a piece of art on the side of the ship that was being piloted and was destroyed by this Kasathan. They had this Kasathan head, and it has very much like spiked respirators and this very like mishmash of armor look to it, and very hyper cartoon kind of look to it. They have one of these on their armor, and they're like, we're called Latani's Raiders. That's our crew. We're pirates. That's what we do.
Oh, pirates. Ideal. Do you... Because thinking back to when TJ's shown me the ball with all the history and everything...
The ball with the history.
Do you know... Oh, Broken Rock. That's it. Do you know where Broken Rock is? Or do you know how one might find them?
You see their eyes like lock with yours. That's not information I can give away.
But your life you can give away?
Sorry, you have to say that again. I didn't hear it.
But your life you can give away.
And give me a sense motive check.
$15.
They're not trying to hide this, but they look uncomfortable you asking this. I don't think you get it. If I give you that information, I'm dead.
And if you don't give me the information, you're dead now.
Rather die by your hand than the Pirate Lords.
Alright. Say that we pretend you're dead or something. How would we go about getting the information?
You mean pretending I'm dead? What, that I'm going to give you the information? They always know. They have a way of finding out.
What, some implant chip on you or something?
I don't know. I just... And like they're like looking around and they're sweating. They look very uncomfortable, and like they're like looking to the door, they're looking to the airlock. How long does this spell last?
I believe it's my caster level for rounds, which would be...
I mean, at this point, doing all those checks, I think the spell has ended. They haven't gone anywhere, but they are like... They look like they're starting to panic.
I'm going to pull out my cape that I've stashed because it has the painted emblem from Nadine's crew on it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to kind of pop it out in front of him. Listen, Slugs. Mano a mano. This isn't the first time we've come across pirates.
Give me a sense motive check.
Okay. Okay. 26. 31.
You flash the sigil of Shadow Captain Taldi, and their eyes go wide, like fearful wide, like they're scared of the sigil alone.
Yeah. It's all right. I get it. I get where you're coming from. We actually used to have one of your people on our crew. Good man, good pirate. We get it.
One of our people.
We got fucked over, defected, standard story. Not yours directly,
Right.
another crew. Ida Cratoro?
Oh,
No, that's just asking, small galaxy. I know you can't give us this information. Could you perhaps tell us if you know where the Shadow Captain was last seen?
if you're looking for Shadow Captain Taldi, they are one of the pirate lords.
Yeah, we know.
We don't have anything to do with them. Like, they are... Like, we're raiders. We pick off what we can. And they look around and you see them, lock eyes with, the Goran and this captain, this android. And they're like, this is easy pickings. Unarmed vessel in the middle of space, this is what we do. The Shadow Captain is a hunter. They are evil. Even by pirate standards, they are cruel.
So they hunt. How would we get them to find us?
I'm sure if you let people know you're looking for them, they will come and find you.
I mean, that will make things a lot easier.
I have never heard of the Shadow Captain backing down from anything, nor have I ever heard of anyone standing up to them.
Chloe.
Yes, hello. I did not catch your designation.
Doesn't matter.
Hello doesn't matter.
Thank you.
Knew you were going to do that!
Could you, in return, take this one, put them in your sealed container and let them off somewhere?
Sealed container.
Whatever this area.
A box.
In the airlock, and just drop them off somewhere.
Where do you need to go? I'll go to Akaton. We do not really have the security on board to house them if they were to become problematic to us. And you see this Goran is like, why should we house this pirate that killed some of our crew?
As a favour to us, if this one happens to go back and tells people that we're looking for Shadow Captain Taldi, it would be helpful.
Slugs.
Yeah.
You've got an opportunity here, a very rare opportunity to turn your life around. Now, very quickly, we have destroyed your entire crew, blown them to smithereens, sliced them in half.
You see him looking around at the carnage, and like you said, and he's you're still holding on to that body, and it hits the ground. And actually, no, because technically the gravity's not been reinstated, so it is still filling the room, actually, isn't it?
Got a little bit of just.
Yeah, sorry, the gravity's not been reinstated, so you guys are all maggots. Yeah.
Just, you've seen a lot of what can be done to people in your position today. Now, Slugs, you strike me as a boy with a good heart. This might be an opportunity for a fresh start. What do you say, kiddo?
If you're going to cut me loose, I'll take it. I can go run into Broken Rock and I can start telling, who are you?
Do we want to give that information over? Or were we wanting Taldi to start coming for us?
If we want to set off that chain of events, then now's the time.
Get it going through the sphere?
If it's inevitable.
Depending on where he is, he might take a couple of weeks to find us.
Yeah, definitely.
The Orion's Hope.
I mean, I can go running my mouth off all you want, as long as I'm free to go.
You don't harm this crew, otherwise we will find you and track you down.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be sticking around here. I would ideally like to be... I mean, hell, leave me out here with the wreckage. I'll sort something out.
Pistol.
I mean, it's just floating in the air.
Pistol, take it.
So you can take a semi-auto tac pistol. He also looks like he's got a wicked sword at his side, like a really long...
Taken. He's not armed.
We saw what you did to the ships out there. I can work some magic. Just take me a few hours to get one of those up and running, and I can go. I have enough environmentals to get me to Akaton or to get me to the next stop.
Seems like a good move, so that you're not imposing on these poor people any longer.
Yeah.
And you can get yourself...
That would be beneficial to us. We would rather not house this pirate on our vessel.
Are we going to Akaton?
No, we're going to Versailles.
Perseus, that's it.
I mean, if you want to just let me out, I'll do it. I'll say that the Ryan's Hope are looking to
Have a chat.
Go on then.
have a chat.
Have a chat. Drop the name Ida Katoro.
And
Okay.
the Orion's Hope, obviously.
And the Orion's Hope, but yeah. Just see what that does.
Any other thing apart from Ida Katoro wants to have a chat, the Orion's Hope? Or Orion's Hope?
I think keep it vague. Keep
That's
it
enough.
Yeah.
Given our notoriety.
Say it that way again. Do it.
Notoriety.
Notoriety.
It's going to be quite easy to
So
find.
naughty.
Yeah. Notoriety. Yes, just keep it nice and vague. You don't know what we want, but you know that we're looking.
What we can do.
And
Why
what
would
we
it sound
can
like
do.
this?
What I can.
Pat his fishbowl on the head, stand up and let him stand up.
I'm going to lock the ship down so he doesn't just go from our ship. This ship
you know,
into our ship.
I tell you now, that's what I spent ages working out. The patrol was going to go to your ship. I was like, yeah, let's fuck in there.
If we went through the next turn, it was very much lock our ship down into like
Yeah,
defence.
he was. I spent ages working out. I was like, he would know that you're there. He can't get through this way, so we'd have to go there. You'd have to get on top, try and go through. It's only a goblin to deal with.
While he's on there.
Come back once,
Sure
just
he is,
stood on a
buddy.
corpse.
Sure he is.
Better known as the bear goblin.
A mind goblin.
Yeah, I was genuinely going to try and get him to run for your ship.
Off you trot.
Well, and Chloe's like, should we not wait until repairs are finished here first?
Yeah, probably.
So we have somewhat of a lead away from them.
Sure. Let's get T2 over.
Very
Let's
wise.
get it going.
Yeah, you can
Put
play
him
your-
in the airlock for the moment.
That would be wise. We can manually keep it locked from this side.
Airlock.
He goes into it, and he's being very compliant. He is
Being a good boy.
petrified. He's not young, but he is definitely probably a more of a fledgling member of this raider crew, and is he's watched his entire crew be eviscerated from both starship combat and this encounter, and they just wait in that airlock. Dr. Levine, as the next sort of... Did you find how long it takes for starship repairs?
Yes, there's two ways of going about it, but do you want me to tell you now? Or?
Yes, please.
So the first way is we either get the shields up and running, so at least there is an environment, which means it should protect them from getting anywhere they want to go. That's the shortest amount of time, so we just need to fix the power core, which takes about 10 minutes, in which case the shield can start regenerating and start building up. Or we fuck the power core off and we just repair the hull.
How long does it take to repair the hull?
About 5 hours,
Yeah.
and it's 10 UPBs per point.
Okay, it's a 50 hit point hull.
And they go nothing right now.
They're on 0.
Okay, so they need 500 UPBs.
Yeah. They can provide the UPBs, but they would also need thrusters and engines. Even if the shields are up, they need
True.
engines.
Yeah.
Captain is like, I am happy with either of those options. If you can help us repair now that our engineer is gone, then we would happily pay you in any supplies that we can.
Hull makes structural sense.
What was the level of the ship again? 5.
5.
I mean, we have to do the power core anyway. Don't we?
Because if
What's
we
an extra
succeed
10
an
minutes?
engineering check, 5. So that's I think it's like 23. That cuts the time and cost in half. And then for every 10 points it exceeds the DC, it reduces these factors by half or half again.
Yep. So if we roll real good, we've got less time.
What are you doing?
I think the first thing is probably the power core. To at least get that up and running. So we need to make an engineering check. Because it said it's wrecked, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, should we go to break?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because I want to read up on my tinkerer ability as well.
And
We're
I
going to
want
take a 10-minute break. Yeah, I also really want a drink. We're going to take a 10-minute break and we'll be back to see what happens with the Succarisa and their helpful companions. See you later, guys.
It's really small.
They are probably smaller.
Shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation.
Well,
Yes.
hi!
Hello?
Welcome back to part 2 of Campaign 1, episode 70. So, we've made our way onto the Succarisa. We found a member of the dead crew. We then found some remaining pirates that were left behind, and we've interrogated one. They're not willing to give up information on where Broken Rock is, but that's pretty hidden information. It would get another pirate tortured, killed. We good?
I looked at a meme, it's good. It's when you go to London and get charged £14 for a pint, and it's a picture of Mary when he says, I think he's a mistake leaving the Shire. They got me. Fuck.
We find, obviously, 2 remaining members of this crew, this KL-03 or Chloe, and Dr. Levine, this Goran medical officer. And you managed to patch up the ship enough that you vent the engine bay, clearing it of this explosive fire that could destroy the ship with you guys on board. You managed to deal with the pirates really fast, and they are willing to offer you supplies and essentially a vehicle as thanks, but they do want help repairing their ship. Have we had a look at what you'd like to do?
I think first we'll do the power core, which will need to be a DC 25 to remove it of its critical damage conditions.
Okay. Is that for wrecked, malfunctioning, glitching, or is that just for all of them?
Just
Amazing.
flat roll.
So who's making that check?
I think you've got the highest engineering, haven't you?
Are you guys aiding me?
I will aid.
Do you know what? I'm going to give you empathetic support because I feel you'd appreciate it.
You get the aid from Chloe as well.
You get the aid from TJ.
Did you give me?
Yeah.
And I really don't need to roll for 26 because I've got 20, but
Do it anyway for the vine.
Good for a
so
plus.
34, 40, 42.
Do we get any pluses from T2 as well?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, plus 2 from them.
Nice.
42, 44.
Yeah, so you bring across this, like, it's essentially an astromech that comes across and has all of these, like, tools and, like, essentially a multi-tool of a droid, and they help out as well. And yeah, you get the power core up and running, and you start to see this like ting across the ship, especially over in the bridge and the cockpit. You have this level of sound in there that you can get to. There are still holes within the cargo bay and the engineering bay.
Hull next.
Yeah.
Same again, to be honest, I think, pretty much.
Do you need to make a check for the hull? Because this is just repairing it with UPVs, isn't it? 5 hours and...
It's to
You
cut the time.
do.
Oh, okay, to cut the time.
So if we get 22 or above, we can half it.
Oh, amazing.
Whether cost or time. It's 2 times.
So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and then
That's
2,
not-
10.
There's no help from Tito this
You
time.
don't,
Didn't
get,
make
you
it.
don't get the help from the captain either.
So 2, 4, T2,
Captains are made
6,
for
and I get
engineering.
advantage as well, don't I?
They also have a minus to their charisma being an android.
So I've got 38,
Yeah, I mean,
40, 42. It's just so you know.
2.5
now.
hours.
That means you can half things twice.
Yeah.
Oh, damn,
Yeah,
you beat the
that's
DC
what-
by 2.
Yeah.
So an hour and a half, and you get the UPVs out. Between you two, they like this medical officer and this captain are like blown away by your skills.
It's all pairs, man. I'm just helping out.
Dr. Levine, once like you kind of put the finishing patches on, like the oxygen starts to fill throughout the ship. It seems we have found the most able of help today. Blessed be the sun. Thank you.
And also with you.
He's got the whole world in his hands.
What else would you like
Is
to
that a Fleabag reference?
No.
Oh.
It was just Steph being a twat.
Sorry, because it threw me. So it was good. I enjoyed it.
Thrusters.
Trust.
Get them in good work condition again.
You do get the aid from the captain.
No.
No. You can aid as well, can't you? 6. With
Do I
plus
get do I still have the advantage? I don't know how.
You
Do I feel within the next 24 hours I'm going to need this? I'm going to just give you 8 rather than...
That's fine.
There is another 4 days of travel,
Yeah.
just so you're all aware.
There's a plus 10 to your for the
So
aid.
it's
But
plus
maybe
10
another
altogether.
encounter.
There's plus 30 for you, isn't it, generally? Basically.
Yeah, so I've got 32 just off dice and my stats, and then plus, what was it, 10?
42.
Yeah.
Another hour and a half.
Yeah.
Just.
You just see Pez literally just like sweating away using like the drones, like all working together. And
Your ship on the other hand has a goblin on board who is just.
I finish here like, oh, my job's done, get on your ship, and I'm just like, it's like cleaning a house just to turn around and be like,
Is it? Oh, it's like the end of Home Alone
Yeah.
when they're like, "Oh yeah, everything's Kevin."
What would Wiley do in this time?
Be a good boy and have a nap.
It's not been that long.
isn't Dave still
Dave's
on
there
there?
as well, so he's got supervision
Tuckering himself right out.
with his Lego.
Other brands.
Thrusters.
Lego box.
Yes, I was just thinking
Power core.
it's I don't think I actually need to roll
Playmobil.
because he's got plus 20 on his own, and with our aids, which I've got guaranteed.
We have to stop laughing at that.
It was the way it was said.
It's a guaranteed plus 6.
Because it's like, it's a Z, isn't it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But no, come on. So that's a guaranteed plus 26, which will be it every time.
This is for shields, yeah?
Just for repairing anything.
Okay, cool. So, I mean,
So-
you guys within, like, let's say 5 hours, get everything up and running. And in this time, Dr. Levine keeps going to the crates in the back. Some are, like, having to, like, open from the wall. Other ones, oh no, some would have ended by then. So, like, taking these crates and opening them, they're, like, creating, like, stockpiles of things and putting things away and tidying up. And eventually, when we get to the point where the ship is repaired enough that, like, it looks pretty trash, but it's in a position where, like, all they need to do now is fly away. They would probably grab a few of you. They would probably leave you two working on the ship and grab the rest of you. Like, please, I've collated a few things that I think would be of great use to you if you are hunting pirates. And they will offer you
Eye patches.
two medkit advances, 6 med patches,
Oh, nice.
At least one.
2 spray flesh.
Ooh.
Somebody write this all down and then divvy it
Yeah.
up afterwards because there's quite a lot of stuff here because of how much you saved.
Spray
Yeah.
Serum of Healing Mark 1, 6 of them.
Wow.
Serum of Healing Mark 2, 4 of them. Serum of Healing Mark 3, 2 of them. A Chemalizer.
Nice.
There's 2 fire extinguishers if you want them.
Yeah.
A medical inhaler. A scorch suture.
Ouch.
Oh, that's not how you spell it.
What was that one? Sculpture.
Scorch suture. Dermal stapler. There's 2 of those.
Fuck me.
A Relax U. RELAXU.
Sorry, that's that one again.
Relax. And then the letter U, all one word.
Cool.
You. Whatever the fuck that does.
It looks like a portable
Relaxes you.
massage device.
Oh, does it now?
And a subdermal extractor for 1. These are some basic medical equipment that if any of you are trained in medicine will be able to use quite easily. We cannot offer you much more than that as a lot of it was taken by the raiders that came in, and we have enough to see us through before our next resupply.
This is more than enough.
Thank you very much.
And you see, like, in the cargo bay, she, like, looks up at this EnviroCycle. I didn't find Torque's body here, but this was their personal vehicle. Would you have any use of it?
Absolutely, yes. 100% yes. Very much so, yes.
It's going to be quite an operation to get that on the ship.
I mean, at this point, you could bring the back of Orion's Hope up to it and... duck! That is the stat block for an actual vehicle in game called a monowheel, a mono envirocycle. I can never get the name right. There you go. It is essentially what you see in front of you. It is a ground terrestrial vehicle.
Love it.
It has got some modifications on it. It has a piloting assist, and it is kitted out for speed more than anything. It doesn't have weapons or anything like that. It is quite literally like...
Where we're going, we don't need weapons.
Does it make a noise like... you know, like Grievous' no.
You don't know?
I've not tested it out. Yes.
Have we got space on the ship to actually, like...
That's
like
what
a
I was
hull?
saying.
We've got like the cargo hold, haven't we?
Realistically, could we fit it in?
Yeah, okay, that's what I was more asking.
I mean, I'm looking per like scale size. I'm like,
No, like, bear in mind, this is not perfect scale. This is just really for combat. So, you know, realistically, for the sake of it, 'cause I think you've got like an extra cargo hold or something now as well.
Don't know, I've got the...
Whoever's got the sheet for level 8, the tier 8 ship.
Thank you. I named it.
what have you named it?
Yes, we've got a cargo hold.
Talkmobile.
Yes, you've got like the main cargo hold, but have you got, I think with the upgrades, did you put a second cargo hold on the ship?
Just one on the left.
Did you put a second cargo hold on the ship when you upgraded it?
Nope.
No. You could get it in the cargo hold.
That's fine.
Or you could find ways to mount it to the outside. It's, you know,
We can get in the
space
hole.
racks.
Spracks.
Basically, yeah.
We haven't realistically got anything else in the hold at the moment.
Not really anything bulky. It's
No.
just
Dave's room.
Dave can have my bed, I'll be sleeping in this thing.
like a hammock.
The Goran, Dr. Levine, well-beings will always be indebted to you for this. We are not a combat-capable ship. We are a medical aid vessel, and for helping one of the fleets, hopefully in time, the company will be able to offer you more. But for now, this is all I can offer you, Captain. What they say. It was lucky that you were here. I am very grateful that you have managed to save some of our crew.
I'll do glowing report to your managers.
We will tell them everything that transpired here today.
I'd strongly suggest maybe getting a little bit of firepower. Just something.
It's the dark times.
Defensive measures, nothing else.
Well, I mean, so you actually, when you're fixing the ship, you find there are defensive
There are countermeasures, yeah.
There are like defensive countermeasures that go off like flax and stuff like that stop missile locks and stuff. They just got rammed, and that was the problem. Is like it had enough to go through their shields and the interceptors enough to keep it down.
Just one turret. Something.
Maybe, but
I know
well-beings
it's
is
kind of the antithesis of what you stand for. But
yes, but maybe a security escort.
That would be good.
And I think with that, I don't know if you spent much longer here, but yeah, the process of transferring over anything, is there anything people want to do on this ship before you head back off again?
Open up slugs. Airlock.
Guts.
Yes, so
This is literally at the end.
Yes.
I'm going to keep Slug's sword, but I'm going to give him his pistol back.
there is like they holster it and they're like, I'll keep my word. Thank you very much for not killing me.
Good luck.
Orion
out there.
Hope, Ida Katoro.
Good boy, slugs. Got a sharp mind, slugs.
If you kill them when we leave, we'll tell them you told us where Broken Rock is. So you'll die either way.
Don't worry. And they eventually, you open the airlock and you watch their environmental protections are up, and they kind of like pull themselves out. You see them looking around, and they kick off from the ship and start heading towards the wreckage of one of the interceptors.
Nice slugs.
They do not look back.
Take the shot.
Riley, now. No.
Just imagine it.
No.
Just giving nods to each other like.
No. Behave.
What was his sword out of interest?
It is a.
Don't peek.
Oh, sorry. You would also get a frag grenade one off them, which I completely forgot to use. It's just a longsword.
Just thinking it's
It's a
some
longsword.
Who brings a sword to space?
Yeah, I know, right? Come on.
They're powered weapons. They still have Space Marines.
Double A batteries.
Well,
Yes,
let's away then.
let's get a fucking shift on.
Well, yes. So eloquently put, Kaz.
Sorry.
Let's get a fucking shift on, everybody.
And with that, you guys begin to part ways. You see this frigate begin to embark on its journey now, probably towards Castrovel, as that's where they said they were going to go. Or actually, they probably head to Akaton because it's the first place they can get where they can maybe resupply or do anything of use. And you guys make your way back to the Hope with a new vehicle in tow as well. I hope the mic picked that up. That was such a low, continuous creak of a chair. I loved it. And you can begin the rest of your journey towards Verces.
Yes.
I'll tell you now, there are no more encounters over the next 4 days.
Excellent.
If you would like to long rest up the entire way, unless you're going to go looking for an encounter,
Looking for trouble.
no, you can take 4 long rests. Is there anything over these 4 days that you would like to do?
I'd like to repair the ships because I know we took a hit on the front shields just to repair
They
them.
regenerate
Yeah,
on their own.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Guys,
Yeah.
we're thinking about a little pet project with the boy. How about a mech suit?
What sort of size next suit are you thinking?
Towering?
Towering?
Yeah.
I don't think he's strong enough.
I don't think it'll
Well, that's
fit.
what a mech suit is.
I think you've got to have a certain strength.
What about
Power
a
one.
what about a sort of exo suit?
In native what?
Us?
To protect himself or to help protect us as well?
A bit of both. We got enough scrap? What do you think?
Put a jetpack on him.
Yeah.
You know what? Yes, that's a great idea. Let's do that.
and just put him into space straight away. Off you go, kid.
He's definitely just going to...
He's got to learn how to fly sometime.
That is my child.
No, he could be
That
useful
was
in a
your
pinch.
child.
I see what you're getting at.
Could be a backup plan.
Kamikaze goblin, got it.
Somebody, say somebody.
Pet's just like, yes, anyway, to get rid of the competition.
We just activate Wiley.
Activate Project Wiley.
Yeah.
I think
Wiley,
he's active all the time.
wreck. New star.
Yeah. I could just see him fucking our ship up
Yeah.
with that. Maybe, how about you train him up a bit more? Get him a bit more domesticated.
Am I not a good parent?
Whoa, hang on.
What do you mean train?
Hang on. Domesticate him a little bit more. Make him a little bit more,
Social skills.
That's it. And then we can think about it.
Maybe I'll teach him the common tongue.
That'd be a really good place to start.
Communication is key.
Yeah.
But so staying alive. And that is a worry.
Yeah.
Bill.
I mean, generally, I think, we'll just keep hiring nannies when we're out until such time as Wiley can be a productive member of society.
Okay, I'll take some notes.
I like the idea though.
Yeah. Some sketches.
Yeah. I'll work with you on that.
Yeah. Thanks,
Do
guys.
it together. Thank you.
Aww, bonding.
Getting on together.
So anything over these 4 days?
I'm going to take a lot of photos of myself in the Envirocycle.
selfie sticks.
Absolutely, sending the camera out and being like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I will definitely send those pictures to Linda and being just send it across that it was free.
They send back the like too hot emoji.
Hashtag miss you. And I will also then upload it to my personal Instagram on the Squeaks account because I haven't done that for ages. And it's just gonna be like hot new ride, introducing the Talkmobile.
You can do a diplomacy check. You may add your expertise and stuff.
Ooh. 25.
What on earth are you doing?
I don't know. I love this pointless shit. It's my favourite thing. What are these faces? I just want to post on my social media.
Oh, you're going to post on your social media? You've done that?
Oh, is this fucking Soulfire? Oh, let's lock in.
Midlife crisis.
That's a 17.
Okay.
But their expertise is a 6. Right, they still got a character sheet. What's your diplomacy modifier?
Plus 19.
Okay, theirs isn't that high. Theirs is like, it'll be like 10. But that's still a 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. What did you roll?
Not that.
Okay, cool. So, you put this up, all proud, and like, ew, midlife crisis.
Oh! I'm gonna send that out to my Hastoki brethren who like, you know what to do.
Cancel.
Yeah.
There is...
I'm just gonna put a little crying emoji underneath that comment.
Okay. roll a D100 to begin with.
Okay. I'll use my networking for this if I have to. Important shit.
We're going to half this number, because they beat
So,
you.
55, so...
22 and a half, like.
22 and a half, Link.
And, but people do jump onto Soulfire as well. They do go into leave them alone kind of thing. Same as like last time, it became this like online trouble between you two, and it does hurt them a little bit online for just coming out and attacking you again out of nowhere.
Yeah. Gotta be nice, Soulfire online.
Anything else over these 4 days?
I would offer my engineering to TJ if they wanted to pimp their ride.
Yes.
If you wanted any extra...
I want to spray paint the H for a Stokey symbol on the side. Mm-hmm. And I would like just on the other side put a really good time.
The whole time he's doing it, he's like dying inside.
What else can I put on it?
Go faster stripes.
Yes, good.
No, like
fire.
You know, like on the old like World War planes where they had like the girl like on the side. It's just Linda.
Linda, yeah.
Girl, there's Linda.
And make sure she's holding a clipboard. Yes.
He's literally the whole time he's doing it. He's like,
She's riding a clipboard.
Oh,
no. It's like they're straddling the bomb, but she's on like a clipboard holding a pen like over her shoulder.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
That I want artwork on. That t-shirt right there. That has Stokey Linda riding a pen holding a clipboard.
Let's just put his name on it.
Put some
Obviously,
nods on it.
modifications and upgrades to things like bikes. I think like armor, you have to buy them. I'll have to look into that.
LEDs inside it, please.
Do you want it like Fast and Furious style or Pimp My Ride sort of style? Like it's got like a TV monitor, like the headrest.
Well, that definitely.
Like wherever it leaves wheels,
Massive
it leaves.
boom speakers.
Yes, actually, boom speakers would be really good because I can do a drive-by get 'em.
Drive by.
Yeah, so you will have to get the parts basically, which is what the cost is in there, and then you can do all the work yourself. So essentially, you just have to spend the resources when you're at a place that you can buy them. But it definitely is like, so if this thing's already been somewhat kitted out, it's clearly very fast, and it clearly has that piloting assist in there as well. But apart from that, yeah, it depends on how many modification slots it's got as well. I think it might only have the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else around the table?
So we'll have an evening where Tito will cook everyone a family meal, and just as we get a bit closer to Verses and make sure everyone's nice and comfortable and having a good time, and we will welcome our new crew members to the table, metaphorically and physically. I have a feeling shit's gonna get really real really soon. So we're all gonna have a good time, yes? Yes? Happy faces.
I can
Good
still hear them,
times.
by the way.
Oh, it's little hands, you see.
Massive pointed ears.
Just my superior hearing.
Oh, we wanted to put us in
Extra ear graft comes out the top. Like,
Nano ear. The jaws are bum bum. Kaz is aroused.
Kaz, is it Kaz's mating season?
And I find my frontier. To which end?
Look, I know shit's gonna get real.
But you know you've got us.
I appreciate that. All of you, I do. But I'm no stranger to the fact that Verses and Keydale can hold a lot of bad shit. And we're going to experience it, so...
To unexpected fun times.
Unexpected fun times.
Yeah. That's what I say, right? Yeah.
Have you all taken 4 days worth of long rests after that?
Yar.
As you make your way towards the planet Verses, you are now close enough to see it. The tidally locked, sun-scarred surface for the first time. The arid, scorched desert, bright with yellows and orange that clearly shift in the desert winds, offers a hostile and unwelcome sight. The sun area, Keydale, is somewhere in this barren wasteland. Wasteland?
Thinking about Linda, weren't you?
I know, it's on Orion's belt.
The sun area, Keydale, is somewhere in this barren wasteland. Oh, that can go in the book. And thanks to Kaz and his upbringing, it's not too hard to pinpoint a location closer to the equator in the southern hemisphere, just northwest of a mountain range that even from orbit imposes like a jagged scar across the landscape. You begin piloting your course towards the planet, seeing that there is a heavy amount of starship traffic located closer towards the dark side of the planet. Ships form orderly groups and lines that lead towards a vast spaceport, Skydock. A space station in geosynchronous orbit above the Ring of Nations. This colossal ring-shaped construction has spikes and structures protruding from it in many differing angles and lengths to offer a safe space for people to dock, live, or trade in. This structure is not unlike Absalom Station in its purpose, except that it is adjoined to the planet Verses, and it is an extension of it as such, and is key for the documenting of people's coming and going from the planet that has limited space for people to live comfortably. This unreal construction hovers over the eternally dusk habitable area of the planet called the Ring of Nations and is adjoined to Verses by a kilometre-wide elevator known as the Tether. Under normal circumstances, Skydock is a hive of regular trade, security checkpoint, embassies, and custom halls overseen jointly by Verses planetary authorities and interstellar bodies such as the Stewards. Its docking rings and habitat spokes are designed to accommodate everything from small personal transports to bulk freighters, making it vital to both Verses' economy and defence. The tracking of ships and its crew is done here in a way to monitor the comings and goings of extraplanetary vessels to the planet. But with this comes a risk. Skydock's elevator, the Tether, is a target for many groups of people to attack who wish to change the political structure or wish to gain power or take power on this planet. With a finite amount of space for creatures to safely inhabit or trade in the Ring of Nations, the Council here must keep Skydock up and running for Verses to be able to survive, and for its people to be able to monitor and maintain regulated numbers in cramped conditions. On approach, you notice again those large groups and lines of starships quietly waiting at a decent perimeter away from Skydock. You see there are a few ships creating a barrier of sorts around the station. You see steward ships of notable colour and shape with flashing beacons of blue and red, siren's light. As you get closer towards, a comm message pings the Hope and a visual of a Vethrani, one of the main inhabitants of Verces. Human-looking with a flat-top buzz cut, but a style fitting of a position of official, professional, or maybe even military styling. However, this human has solid black eyes with no pupils or iris. You can only see their head and possibly the start of the shoulders. Incoming ship, this is Skydock. Please be informed the dock is currently out of operations and permission to dock at this time cannot be granted. We politely ask for you to turn back, or if you can wait, join Ancillary Group 45. If you have a habitation credentials for outer perimeter cities and lands, you may present these on Channel 31 now. Once cleared, make your way down to the surface. Once operations resume, we will begin docking procedures for ancillary groups, starting in ancillary group order. You look out and see these groups and lines of several hundred ships in each. A data link that came with this message pings to a small way beacon here in space, where around 50 ships of varying size and capacity wait around it, almost forming a small flotilla not unlike that around Absalom Station. This is one of many, like 45 other ones of these clusters of ships waiting around Skydock. There are odd-shaped shipping vessels designed to carry containers and bulky cargo, as well as small personal shuttles for up to 2 people, among with other varying ships of shape and size that look like they have come from the furthest corners of the galaxy. You begin to scan and view the other echelons of these groups and see that Skydock's currently closed operations must disrupt a couple of thousand other vessels. Could you all give me a perception check? Or, if you are a computer check from the science officer to scan if you so wish. Which I believe is currently you, Sylph. You get a +2 from the ship as well. So let's start with Sylph.
27.
27. Pez.
25.
Bruce.
19.
18.
Okay.
37.
Okay. All of you. You notice that a few ships every now and again pull away from their groups and make their way back out from Skydock. Some re-enter the drift, while others, seemingly not wishing to wait, begin to traverse their way back across the Galarion system. However, I tell them. A few of you, all of you in fact, see that a few ships begin to make their way down to the planet of their own accord. You notice that a few of these ships are stopped very quickly when they try to go into lower orbit. A small security ship directly from Skydock or from the stewards comes and intercepts. However, I say to thee,
Yes.
I'm going to have to drop that real quick. Some other ships are a bit more tactical and wait for security to be intercepting another vessel when they break free and make their way down to the surface. And they get past. Hand over to you, the crew. What would you like to do?
What's the average waiting time to get to the dock?
You should be able to dock straight away, but the dock has been closed for some reason. I mean, it's really important for the tether to be open 24/7. You know, having lived here, it only gets shut down when there's been a massive attack.
Expecting.
Well, I can always ping a message out. Felina.
She suggested the ravine, didn't she?
Yes, but
have
do
to
you
get
get a
there.
rundown of what's going on here?
Yeah.
Can I see on the
Be nice when you
infosphere
message.
if there's any
I will.
news or things that are going out as well after Kaz does his message?
Yeah, it doesn't take long to find like news reports of like you see probably a Lashunta on one news station who is like, there has been an attack on the tether at the lower end of Skydock today. Currently Verces authorities are on site and trying to re-establish a working elevator. Another channel will come up like, nobody has claimed the attack on the tether today, but we expect it to be the mutineers of Southside and stuff like that. And there's like different conflicting reports, but all of it say that the tether has been attacked and disrupted, and it's a pretty big bombing basically has happened here.
I'm sending a message to Felina. Hey you.
Good boy, good start. Yes. No, don't listen to Bez. No.
What are you thinking about?
That's you're not there yet.
What you do, Will?
What you doing?
We've just arrived at Verces. Skydock seems to be shut down. I don't suppose you've got any alternative way of us landing the ship? Maybe a spare habitation pass?
Pass. You dog.
You dog!
I look forward to seeing you.
You can really get the hang of this,
Yes.
Yes.
Like you ping this message off and you have this moment. 60 seconds. 5 minutes. 10 minutes.
Reds.
Nothing comes back
I
yet?
think I said the wrong thing.
No, she's probably just busy. Don't worry. No, it's fine. Because
A little strong.
it's honestly, Bruce. It's been. I know you've been busy with your parenting, but this has been a whole thing. It's fine.
Okay.
If there's been an attack, realistically, given her position, she's probably dealing with
True.
that
Did you
stuff.
say your other crewmates knew you were coming?
Yes, Zek and Zara. They told the architect that I was coming.
A little welcome party for you?
I'm not sure where. Probably at Keydale, to be fair. But
Ooh, here's an idea. What if we feed Wiley something he shouldn't eat, and we've got a medical emergency for a miner and have to make an emergency landing?
Let's go.
Do we say we're from the Starfinders and we're here to help with the emergency?
but they may have to do work.
No, we have to protect.
You sound like me. I'm not helping you move house.
We also then run the risk of they know that Kaz is coming. They know, and if we're too brazen about the Starfinder thing, they might be like, "Oh, it's back at them."
Might get a quick pass to the floor, though.
Or we could feed Wiley something you shouldn't eat.
Or we can forge our habitation pass.
Good.
Which is risky, obviously, because if they find out it's fake, then kaboom.
Any good at forgeries?
You see another one of these ships, like, leave one of the other echelons. And you see, like, another security vessel go, intercept it.
Then we could try and attempt to land between things.
I think the Starfinder option is the way forward. I mean, we got authority, or we've got our own autonomy.
Can I make a check using my new lovely guidebook to the stars to figure out whether kind of how Starfinders are regarded on Verces, and particularly in terms of kind of how they're viewed in, I don't know, national emergencies.
Yeah, I mean, you can give me a culture check.
Okay. This will be an extra +4. 25.
For most places, Starfinders are, it's a society, it's an adventurers guild. It is, for a lot of people, it's them sticking their noses in where it's not belong. For others, they're data finders and they are star mappers. A lot of the time, there are like heroes among them and stuff like that. But realistically, they don't hold any authority over people like the stewards or anything like that. Some of them are regarded as pirates and thieves. Others are regarded as heroes and heralds. It's so wide, varying. Never do that again in my presence. I swear to God, if you ever. So I think that there is a wide and varied response to Starfinders all over the place. I think places like Broken Box very much don't like the Starfinders because these pesky kids always trying to do the right thing. Yeah. They're like, get the fuck out of here, you. Whereas the rest of the Pact Worlds, it's just personal opinion. Some people hate it.
But again, like, we wouldn't have any authority to go back. I get where you're coming from. I like the moxie, but realistically, we are nobodies in this moment.
I mean, what happens if we go down? We just go down, we park somewhere, and then we have to walk for ages?
I was just getting.
If we can get to the floor, we can park pretty much wherever we want, I think. It's just getting past the security.
Have we got like a channel that's been connected from that ping?
No, it's literally like an auto message that comes out that says, basically, we're dealing with shit. park up, fuck off.
Okay.
Do I have an idea as to how hard or easy it would be to forge a habitation pass? Knowing that I am from Verces, that I know what they look like.
Could we get one from the Starfinders or the stewards?
You give me a culture check on that.
It's pure ass. That's 14.
I mean, you are from here. A habitation pass is usually found for people within the Ring of Nations because they are such a tight. It's one band that can be lived in. Otherwise, the dark side is a frozen tundra, and the Sunscarred side is, or full right is just scorched lands. They stop people from landing in times of crisis, and also to stop them from landing, then like trying to get their way into the city and become like basically an asylum seeker or like an illegal person living there. You haven't had to have a habitation thing on your side of the planet before, because there are like merc groups that work out of the deserts and stuff like that. I mean, that's not
It's more just to like get past the security and then make our way over.
I don't think you've seen a habitation pass before. It's essentially like forging the ship documents, like digitally.
Okay.
It's definitely it's doable. It's just going to be a hard DC because you don't know what it entails. I think you would know that it maybe needs the place of where you live within the Ring of Nations, your ship ID, complement of crew, who's coming in. It's essentially like a ship passport. That's about as much as you would know.
It's either that or we just play honest and just call security and be like, look,
We've got a sick kid. We need to land.
that's not the truth. That is,
It could be the truth.
well, we could make it the truth.
What on earth are you going to feed a goblin that will make them
Hey,
sick?
what do we have? Just cook some bad food?
Dave Skin neurotoxin.
Oh no!
I've got the purple mushroom.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
Have we got those medics on standby?
That's better than day skin, though.
Can we put them in?
His face just went. Oh.
If we're doing that, we're putting them in the airlock first. We're not letting them in the ship with them.
We don't have to. Listen, we don't have to actually make him sick. We can just get him to pretend to be sick. We don't need to drug him.
I'm not going to try and risk it to the surface. I'm going to point that out.
What, like, should we just go?
I mean, I'm inclined to wait, and then we land on the dock, see when it opens again. It won't take that long to open if it is such an essential line.
I mean, we could play dumb and... Okay,
Yeah.
you are Central Command, okay?
I'm Central Command.
Okay, I'm just gonna park down here.
No, stop it! Bad!
Yeah, to the left.
No!
Yeah, like you said.
No,
Yeah,
get out!
over.
Banned! Stop it!
Seconds.
What a plan.
We're gonna die.
We'll fly casual.
I don't know, just don't look like you're trying to play casual.
No. Here's one. We all get dressed up and we're the Millers in it. Or what's it? Step Brothers. We'll all sing now.
We could all sing now.
I'm not singing.
Like a band.
That's my rules.
Like a band.
See, this child like
lying in.
lined up with the rest of the floats that are around Way Station 45.
If we wait, how long are we going to wait until we go, fuck it, this ain't going anywhere? Let's just make a break for it. 6 hours.
And then if they we'll try and make a break for it. If they try and stop us, I can lie and be like, sick kid! And we're in emergency, his temperature's rising.
You're really on for this sick kid.
Just think it's if
It's the best way for Broadway to die.
it's if there was a reasonable excuse to use.
I mean-
that would be it.
I had a change of heart. I don't think gunning for a planet that's on lockdown is a good idea. They'll just think it's under attack.
Yeah. My concern is
What about people come
this
to
is
us?
premeditated.
People come to us?
Yeah, your contact.
Well,
I mean, if
unfortunately sent a
we-
message and I've had nothing back.
If we say, "Oh, sick kid," what's to say that they're not going to come onto our ship, come with medical
Discovery.
individuals,
Well, that's why
and then
we
we're
go
still in the sky?
Can
there are
any
floors.
like comms be established between like the kind of little community that we've parked in?
You can hail the ships.
Yeah, I'll ping like our neighbour.
Oh God.
Oh jeez.
I want the full crew roster. I want the name, classification.
Class, back studies.
Unknown bacteria.
Hi, old James! Going by the Starfinder!
Sid, what are you doing here?
Click off communications. Never again.
You need to leave.
Hey, Dad!
You didn't really want to come home, did you, Cass?
No, let's just crash the ship and hope for the best.
It's worse than I thought.
Okay, let's do a ship generator first.
Woo!
Rolling Tempest!
Rules Curve Dragonborn 10.
Get 10% off your books.
Okay, can I have a D12, please, from Tamsin? Your neighbour's vessel is
2.
a patrol vehicle.
Please don't be medical. Please don't be medical.
I love it.
No pressure. More pressure. Pressure.
Pull the back bus like the cats.
10.
It's Dragon Utilitarian. With a symbol of like both the stewards and of Skydock on it. With this like ring with spokes coming off it. And then can I have another D12, please, Alex?
11.
That doesn't work. Okay, so I'm not going to use those ones there. Okay, cool. Can you give me a... Let's do an exterior feature. D20, please, Alex.
3.
There is a long scarlet flag that flies from a large brass flagpole at the front of the vessel. And it has a medical symbol on it.
It's the Red Cross. The Red Cross.
Red for the White Cross. Ah, we need Sweden. Sorry, Switzerland. Just in time for Space Eurovision.
A D4.
Sport vision. Sport vision.
Okay, and can I have a D20, please, Jack?
12.
I can't even pronounce that.
Give it a go.
Let's have a look.
Dosiah Fesh Cecilabel.
Syllable.
That's the name of the vessel.
Wow.
And you see inside it a probably like just in the cockpit somebody like pressing some buttons and scanning some things. I mean you can absolutely ping them a message if you want.
Ping and just sort of wave out the window. Hello. This is the Orion's Hope. We were just parked up. Just wondering how long have you chaps been here?
Like
a flag.
The human inside. Orion's Hope, thank you very much for contacting us. Thank you for the compliment. This is Captain Tetchia of the Dodeca Cecilabel. Jesus Christ. What a fucking name. I'm currently here to monitor this echelon and to offer any medical aid to anybody who might be in any need and to report on anybody who might be making a break for the planet. Is there anything I can help you with?
Oh, just, well, because we've just arrived, just looking for a bit of an update, really, because obviously we want to make sure that our fuel can sustain if it's going to be a while. Obviously, very much appreciate that a national emergency is a national emergency, but yeah, just wondering about an update on movement, if at all possible.
Yes, currently Skydock has been closed down for operations. About 4 hours ago there was an attack on the tether. We are hoping to have it back up and operational in the next 24 hours.
Oh damn! Well, we might need to. We've got a child on board, so we might need to, go back and sort of find somewhere to hunker down. Is there anywhere you can recommend that is not Skydock that we could potentially land?
Not currently. I would hope having a child on board you would have amenities to keep them.
We do, but he's got a little bit of a temperature rising. He's fine. We've got
Do you need medical assistance when you come on board?
We've got Spalpol, don't worry. We're gonna try.
It sounds like spaghetti bolognese.
We're gonna try and bring it down.
Keep feeding the
All I can say is keep them hydrated, keep them temperature down with Spalpol, and Should you need medical assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Appreciate you, thank you.
Worth a try.
They did not go as planned.
Priscilla out.
Alright, so out. But we've got information now.
24 hours.
24 hours.
We've taken 4 days
Are we
to get
sitting
here.
ducks? My concern is that we are sitting ducks here because let's face it, your lot being sneaky little bitches, and I mean that in the most wonderful sense.
That is exactly what they are.
Would know of you arriving. They know our ship. They've got ways and means. The architect is preparing for our arrival. Are we sitting ducks?
And if we land and we end up walking through the desert,
At least we're on the move.
Pretty much, yes.
Is there such thing as like the dark web as such? I was just wondering how quick we could look online and get falsified documents. Or I had a friend at the date at Jack's that would very much quickly send us one across. I'm joking, I don't have friends.
Acquaintances.
Yeah,
I've got a network though.
Yeah.
If we wanted to make use of it.
It is doable. Again, it's about changing essentially part of the ship transponder and stuff like that into something that matches their systems. It's about partly that, but also you would have to hack into their systems to make sure that the file is on their end as well. So like, oh yeah, this matches what we've got. That
We're on the list.
yeah. And like you look at Skydock, this massive colossal station. I mean, it's doable. But we're talking tier 10 computer here.
Yeah, that's like what, 40?
No.
No.
Past 50.
Well,
I think we wait this one out.
okay.
But we keep a fucking eye out everywhere to see if we're not going to get boarded in the middle of all this shit. And
So-
no other attacks.
Everyone keeps watches. Maybe we man the towers.
Should we
Keep an eye.
back up a bit for 24 hours if they're going to open?
Just stay in line.
Yeah, yeah. And we've got lovely neighbours. They're great, and I'm going to keep waving across to them every now and again.
And they like give you that fake smile and a wave, like keep tapping their wrist, like. But they're clearly working here.
Yeah.
You tell me what you're doing.
We must queue.
It is the
most-
Absalom way.
the most British thing to do.
Yeah. Love a good queue.
I've heard of these British people. I've heard they queue the best.
The best queuers in the
Highest
universe.
Q skill.
Park up, you power down, and you wait. And
Put the
you see,
handbrake on.
you know, over the course of the next 4 hours, 8 hours, 12,
Honestly,
Anyone want
no
manicure?
response at all from the entire time.
Ooh, this
no response from the lady.
Yeah, I'm just like filing down the manic.
That's right, no, I was going to wait. I don't mind.
That's all right,
Alright.
manicure.
There is no response from Helena over the next sort of 18 hours. At about the 18-hour mark, you see that there is a thrum of activity as like sirens start going off. Not in your ship, but like you see like the red and blue beacons of the stewardship surrounding Skydock start going off again. Can you give me a computer check? You get +2 from the ship as well.
30.
There are
sorry, 31.
explosions on the planet at the base of the tether.
No.
A message pops up about 10 minutes after that. We are sorry to keep you waiting. Unfortunately, there's been a secondary attack on the facility. We advise that people turn back or find somewhere else to go, unless you have planetary, and they then repeat the initial message.
How many people are now making a panic descent?
Actually, quite a few.
Join
We
them.
move now.
I think.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to roll a piloting check, please.
Piloting, yeah.
You get an +2, sorry, from the computer. Anybody else doing anything in this moment, tell me how you are making a break for it.
Some lights.
I'm going to attempt to divert power
Yeah.
to try and increase our speed so that we can go just get straight in.
Okay. So let's start here. Divert power.
I just fucked my shit in. Yeah, absolutely. That's 33, which beats the DC for sure.
Cool.
So
you get the power. You get the ship like leaves. You see like the ship next to you is like, watch as there's loads of come up. You see them like hit a button, their thrusters engage, and like their sirens start going off as well. You can't hear them, but you see them. It's you and about 2 other ships that break 3 of your echelon, where there's other ones where some people, it's about 1 or 2 ships per echelon, some turn back, other ones just go fuck it and start like trying to beat the traffic. What else?
I'm going to kind of place my camera near the kind of like the windows, and particularly looking because I've got the detection of holograms and illusions. I'm keeping an eye out for anything like that.
Okay, perception check, please.
Okay. 27.
Okay, perfect. You don't see any holograms or illusions. You see like the holograms of like ships that have got maybe like advertising on the side, or things like more like not necessarily medical, but like work vehicles and stuff that have their own kind of banners and logos and stuff. 2 seconds looking around the table.
No.
Chris, anything you
I
do
just
in this
want to
moment?
look out for. I want to be in the gun deck, but I'm not really shooting anything. I'm just going to be looking out for pursuing vessels.
Okay, yeah. Give me a perception check, please.
Say dirty 20.
Okay, you definitely see as you guys break away, there is like these other 1 or 2, and that vessel, that steward vessel that was next to you, also then starts to pursue all 3 of you. They are going to have to make a choice in a minute of who to intercept. You are currently in the pilot's seat, so I'm going to wait for you till the last. Sylph, anything from you?
I will give you empathetic support to give you a bonus. And I don't know, some way of like using computers to scramble our identity in any way, make it harder for them to say identify, even though they've been sitting next to us for the last 8 hours.
Routinely checking in like every hour. Hello.
And saying your name. Orion, there.
My nails are pink right now.
Got a lovely Akaton tip. There's a good place up there.
Do you have an ECM module on your turret?
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry. I say onto the
ECM. Electronic countermeasures on your turret.
No.
Don't believe so.
Ain't got none of that shit.
No, just observation fences.
Rapid jam. You can activate 2 of your starship's ECM modules. You don't have any ECM modules. Recall beacon.
Alright, mental note, ECM next one to purchase.
ECM modules.
I mean, there should be loads of UPBs actually in the bank for this.
Yeah.
So,
It's more about having the build points to spend on it with the tier. We're at 12 ranks. You could scan to see if you can check the other ships, see if they're going to have any things.
yeah, so let's see who else is around us.
Okay, give me the computers check.
28.
Okay, the 2 vessels that are looking to break away as well, one of them seems to be a more opulent shuttle-like ship. It's kind of like a rounded front with this arched window. It fits 2 people in, and they look like really well-to-do, these Vethranis. They look like they're just too rich to wait. And they're just like, solid, let's go. The other one is it would be something like probably like a small cargo freighter that probably has to make deliveries or something. It is also not going to wait. That one has like a decent set of countermeasures, but the other one has better speed. With that scan, I think what you would get is that like you might be able to help another member of the crew's like, all right, as long as we beat one of these, we should be okay. We only currently have 1 chasing ship.
It's almost we're faster than the freighter.
Exactly, so you could then like help with going divert power, or actually let's target their systems.
Let's make them limp.
Yeah, stuff like that. So I think that's what you're going to get from that one. However, piloting, I need you to roll a piloting check for me and tell me what you're trying to do.
You do have.
I've got the advantage.
Okay. 12, 5, 3. 12 was for the interceptor that was going to try and stop people. They have a 12. 24 for them.
28.
Okay, you are the fastest. The other two are not so much, and that divert power is really going to help here. As like you all take off, and they're like, and start to move down. They close in on all three of you. You pull away. We're going to go into a second round. What would you like to do here? Obviously, you now know that like as long as you're faster, but it's, as a crew, you tell me what you want to do.
Is there anywhere we're going, like, surface in mind? Any location?
Fulbright, anywhere sort of. The primary destination is about a few miles out from Keto,
Okay.
which at the minute is quite a ways away.
Because you weren't given a location.
Yeah.
What is the terrain like? If it's mountains,
Wasteland. Ravines.
ravines.
You were told there was an oasis in a ravine to head for.
We could hide in the ravines.
You could also scan the ground to then, or scan the planet to try and find this location.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the science officer doing a computers check to scan the planet. The DC is 15. Do you have a plus 15 in your computers?
My computer says 11.
Okay, so you do have to roll. You get a plus 2 from the ship, so basically don't roll
Don't
that
roll
one.
one. It's
That went on a journey!
It's a 9, so...
Okay, you scan, you're told about this ravine, you have the coordinates. You patch that in, you are going to get another plus 2 to your piloting check to go for this. Captain, gunner, first officer / engineer, what are we doing?
I'm going to see if are we creating any distance.
You
from-
create a small bit of distance, you've got the lead right now, but that doesn't mean that people don't have other things that might kick them into overdrive or might be able to, like, intercept you.
Is there
Call for
any-
help.
I don't know if I'm in control of this, but is there anything we can like release from the ship, like a sort of decoy vessel, something like that?
Dave.
You have a monowheel.
Not the talkmobile!
We have got that, which is a quick step module, so it just almost like glitches us forward as
That
well.
could be useful when we get to the ravine, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Have you got anything you want to do?
I think the only thing I can do is from an engineering point of view is just to give us more speed.
Okay.
So we'll do that
Do the
again.
check.
Divert power.
Ooh,
Drake.
come on.
27, which beats the DC of 22.
You get the power again.
So just before the piloting, because I want it to be in the piloting phase, I want to try and taunt the one that's chasing us.
Okay.
So...
I've got a sick kid, mate! Ah! Let's talk!
He stopped his fucking nails!
Ambulance wanker.
So it is a bluff or intimidate, DC 15 plus 1.5 times the enemy starship's tier.
Tier 6.
So what do I have to beat?
24.
Thank you. Ooh, so that's 9 plus... Hang on.
For podcast listeners, that's finger math.
Think about it.
28 on intimidate as I open the channels and being like, fuck it, your flag looks stupid. I lied before. Fucking stupid flag. Get wrecked.
Who has a flag outside
So they have a
the spaceship?
-2 to their checks
Yeah.
for this entire round.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, 4 actually. 4. Yeah, 1 round.
One round. So we've got power diverted. They are taunted. We have the ground location helmed in. So you have an extra +2 to this, and you were looking for. I've already forgotten.
I just nothing in particular. I'm just looking at the vessels that are in pursuit,
Okay, cool. You can see that
ready
like.
to let everyone know what's happening.
Okay, so we're going to start with. Let's do the
Got radar
popular
in it,
vessel.
you cunt.
Fabulous.
Games, you can roll your piloting check now.
Yeah.
The cargo and the ambulance. Natural 20 though.
Oh, reroll that.
These are blue.
Oh! Fantastic use for credit, by the way.
Thank you.
That's what's fine.
12 on the dice.
Still there, still
That blue light's
better than
driving.
that's way.
Gotta wear that web.
Okay. What's your roll?
24.
You are the quickest once more as you punch it.
Literally
It's like
+2 save dice.
you watch as both the cargo hauler and this more regal looking, essentially like space car, tries to do some maneuvers. They don't quite work, and you see this security vessel realizes they're not going to catch you, and they are starting to veer to one side. One more round. I want you to succeed at the most of you to succeed at your checks to be fully clear of any other interceptors coming in. What are you doing?
I'm trying to stick with the same.
Touch shields.
That's all I can really do. I'm gonna try again.
What would you like to do, start yourself?
I'd like to scan the 2 other ships, not the patrol, but the other 2.
Okay.
Like bring up where their engines are and send that information to the gunner.
Okay, that's a computer check, please, to scan the targeting systems. I think you're going to get this.
12 and then plus 2 plus 11. So 14, 25.
Yeah, absolutely going to get it. You probably get on the cargo hauler. The main systems are this central power core that's at the top.
It's a 30. But once again.
Captain,
I'm gonna wait till just before pirate, please.
you doing anything?
Am I taking a shot at this?
I've sent you the information. You do with what you want.
You just hit CPAS like maybe calls like shoot in front of them, so it's kind of like hang on.
I think,
Instead of warning
shot.
a warning shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Across the bow.
Give me an intimidation check, please.
defensive
You may
fire.
add your base attack bonus to this.
Oh, okay, cool.
Bam.
Oh, shit.
you,
So... 25.
Oh, smashed it, dude! Oh. What did you
I
roll?
rolled really low, but I've got really good intimidate.
What did you roll?
A 3.
I love this game so much. I rolled a 3. 25. You send the shot off with that systems, and it you see they put on the brake. They slow their descent. This patrol cruiser whips round in front of them, and you see the sirens going off as the other octopus vehicle veers off. I would like that piloting check, please, as you start going into orbit.
Before you do, I'm going to make a demand of you, Pez. Boy, you've done us proud so far. Don't fuck it up. And I think I have to go to 27, I believe, if it's 15 plus 1.5 our starships too. Is that right? Is that what it was
Yes,
last time?
correct.
Wicked.
Yes.
So it needs to be a 27 on an intimidate, but it's a nice intimidate. 34. Fucking yeah, you get a +4.
So that's +2. Was it from +2 from Sylph as well still?
No, that went to recess time. So you get +2 from the ship if you want to take it.
I will.
If you beat, what's your piloting?
19. That's my profession because I've always jacked in.
So it's a +19 plus the dice plus a 2 and a 4. If you beat a 30, I will halve your time it takes to go from orbit down to the planet.
Come on.
Does this include, because I'm using my profession, it's a -5
The DC.
to the DC?
Yeah, it would.
So what, we've got these
25.
25.
You easily got.
Come on, boyo.
Come on. Come on now.
14, so that's 30, 33 plus the 6, 39.
What's
Nice.
it look like? It's you described to me as the pilot how you punch it and go into orbit.
So with TJ's camera, essentially as my HUD, I've got all the information from Sylph, and I just hear Kaz going disabled, and you just see the power level rise, and it's a case of I can just keep turning the power up. You see the different parts of the ship sort of turn off as the power gets rerouted. The shields kind of come out, and instead of just overtaking, it's just very much I bank upside down past them, very showboaty style. So TJ could get not a bluff off, but not kind of stun them. It's just very much so TJ can have his captain's moment. Almost
Oh, I'm full Rikering the chair and just give them a little
try
slow-mo.
almost like a fly-by salute, because we can at this point. And you just see, you just see me kind of like loop their ship as TJ does it. As I come back round, you just see the engines almost like pulse and hum as it just goes, boom, and it goes like a bolt of light. Yeah.
Poor paramedics.
You just see TJ like,
Just doing their job.
and you just see us just like, yeah, vroom, coup de grace, fly by, almost like Red Arrow style.
I love it.
From the paramedics' point of view, they spent 18 hours with you calling them every hour, and then we outrun them and just like be little shits to them.
We call their flag shit. You've probably given them an update about the nails and how Sil's done it like layer by layer
And
just for us.
she's put little hearts on them. They're really cute.
Little smiley face on at least 2.
You have the coordinates. You know where you're going, and you break through into orbit. You punch through the lower atmosphere, and we would see it like as if you were watching from the ground. This ship, tails of air coming off like the back fins of Orion's Hope, as you bank it. You come in low and kiss the ground almost, as you then kick up dust behind you in this scorched side of Verces, where the sun constantly burns away. You can see readings on the computer for the science officers, like heat levels are going up, but your environmentals inside keep you nice and protected. As a pilot, you see the Navicom showing you where you need to go, with the aid of the Tetranode and the aid of everybody else on the ship. You see TJ Rikering it, and we just watch as this vessel banks and moves with the topography of the ground. It's like as you like get to like ridges, like you hug it and you come in low, like you're trying to avoid a radar or anything, and you end up in this area of this barren land where the ground is cracked and tearing itself apart. It's so dry as it faces the sun constantly, but those cracks begin to get wider and wider. They start at like a couple of meters, then it gets to 10, 20, until you're at like half-mile wide cracks in the ground. You get closer and closer to where you need to be, and you can start flying down into these ravines and these cracks. And you know this area. You don't know it as well enough to be able to fly through here like you were racing, but you can like pilot the ship using those coordinates. This offers you some areas of shade, and you can see like the readings begin to make it look cooler, and there is some plant life here within the cracks on this side of the planet. And with that, you know, comes water. And eventually, as you get closer and closer and closer to your coordinates, you see a glint in the distance, where one of these cracks just widens out into this like bowl-like area. And you see water. And you see alien plant growth of bright colours that are half covered in shade from the side of a ravine, but also must still, as they go around the sun, get a level of osmosis. You see wildlife scarper from this as you bring the ship in, and you all jostle with the ship as the landing gear makes contact with the ground. I think we see it from the outside as like the heat shimmer off Orion's Hope as you land on Verces. We're going to end there this week. If you're listening on Twitch, stick around, we'll do the Drift debrief. But for podcast and YouTube listeners, thank you so very, very much. We'll see you next week for episode 71. May the dice gods be ever in your favour. Take it easy, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Goodbye.